Oh,
Who's wearing his Concordia jersey? It is Saturday night. How you doing, twin? Hello. How's it going?
night. Oh, great. I'm trying to catch the live from being vocal. But yeah, we're doing great. Turn off your phone.
I just did. Hold on. Let's see.
Yay.
Maybe. How's it going? Oh, there we are.
Yeah, but no, today's been a great day. We had so much ice. I spent so much time in the sewing room today, hanging out with people on lives, listening to people. It was fun.
Yay!
How was your day?
Hello, Pam. Hello. I'm gonna run around. Yay! Hello, Melania. Great to see you, Pam. Great to
Hi,
see
Pam.
you. Happy New Year. Yay! Hello, Melania. Great to see you.
Oh, I love how she did the double hello to you.
Yay!
Hi,
I didn't even notice until I got on the internet because people in my real life, they don't say a word to me. And I talk like that.
Mona, he's going to tell stories tonight. I've already given him the talk. I said I would be quiet. I would let him just let it all out.
Yeah. You sound like you got busted and you're telling the principal, like, I promise I won't do it again, okay?
She's the principal to me. I have to respect Mona.
Yay. Hello.
I want to respect Mona. I want to.
How's it going, Mona? Great to see you. Yay. Oh. Hello, everybody. So tonight, I have a project that I should finish, a project that I actually did finish. And what's today's date? Today is the 11th. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I have not purchased any fabric in 11 days or purchased a sewing machine.
Yes. I am so proud of you. So proud of you. You're doing it's just so difficult. The first 21 days are the worst.
The first cut is the deep.
It's like when you go off sugar.
I would be crying on the ground right now if I was off the sugar.
Oh, really? When I had to have surgery, I had to go off sugar. I had to just go off everything for 20 days because I had to do a liver detox before I could have surgery. It was beautiful. So I understand. I don't have to buy. I'm not buying anything, but I went through some withdrawals.
Awesome, Pam. Awesome. Hello, everybody. Hello. Great to see you.
Hi, Linda.
Great to see you, Linda. Hello. Absolutely. Pam is absolutely amazing. You guys have no idea. Pam is what I inspired to be. Pam, like, I'm a self-starter. You don't have to tell me what to do. It's just like, hey, go cut this field. I will cut the entire field, the hill, and everything else, Pam reminds me a lot of myself. I'm following your trend too. Awesome. Yay, I've been to a thrift store this year yet. I'm sure they're putting missing posters out for me and Pam. They're like, where are they? Where are these? We missed it. Our best customers. Going off sugar and flour. I was a horrible person.
They probably have your picture up. They probably went online on their cameras, found a picture of you and go, if you see this man.
Al Bundy style, I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, my word. That would be so hilarious if you walked in and you saw your picture on the back on something. But yes. Oh, me. Oh, did he leave me? I didn't even notice.
I'm right here.
Oh, you
I have the first cut is I'm actually really proud of myself. I've changed my habits. I was able to finish my patchwork pants because I didn't, usually on Friday nights, I would go to bed early because I would get up really early on Saturdays and go thrifting. I live in a thrift store.
We just got to put prices on everything again. So
hello, Katie. Hello, Choity. Great to see you. No,
at least it doesn't smell like a thrift store.
No. I'm really weird about smells. Do you know what's really bad? I still have stuff with the price tags. I give my son a hard time because I buy him a lot of clothes. So I'm like, you wear the same stuff, and I'll pull a shirt out and it still has the price tag, and I'm like, oh, I'm that person.
Yeah.
I am the same
Hey,
person.
Katie.
Hey,
Hi,
Joydy.
Joydy.
Yay. Yay. Hello. So for as much as I like give my son a hard time, I found a bunch of stuff with tags on it. And I have this weird habit of cutting the tag and putting it on the side of my washing machine. I'm not kidding you. Today, I cleaned out Mount Tag out of the side of my washing machine. I was like, don't look at the price. Because if I sat there and added everything up, it would have been interesting to see what else I could buy. I always do that. Like if I bought this, what else could I buy with this? You know? Okay, it's cheating though. I wrote a YouTube who make custom kilts and asked for some remnants. He said,
No, it's free, girl. No, as long as it's free. Hey, Tasha.
hey,
No.
Tasha. Speaking of which, if anyone wants to send me anything and you live in my area, speaking of which, the fires are going crazy. They're ravaging my area, but they're not near my house. They're going in a different direction. So in my area, we're safe.
Has the wind picked back up again?
It's going in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And like the part when they say, oh, it's 15% contained, it's contained on my side. But what they never tell you is where I live is where they house all of those big bulldozers you see on TV, all the trucks, all the like heavy duty equipment is stored in the hills by my house. And so my area is protected because all that stuff is right here. They literally just park it and fight the hills and then keep going from that area.
But the fire is south of you, right?
It was on the Silmar side. It was on the hills, and that's close.
Like I know this. Like what?
No, but I'm just saying it was close. But with that being said, when I woke up this morning, I couldn't breathe. Fire lung is real. It's basically
surprised you don't have an oxygen tank.
I have my nebulizer and albuterol. I'm ready to go. I am ready. But it's awful. The sky is awful. When I wake up, my sister gave me a bag of fabric. I wish someone would give me a bag of fabric. Not like I need any. And he's just across the mainland, so he's almost local too.
You just want a bag of fabric so that you can feel that little, yes, I got something new.
No, I'm actually, in a weird way, I'm kind of over it. I was doing the same thing over and over and over, so it feels good to get a new routine.
But I mean, where would you put it? You're just organizing everything.
That's what I tell myself every time I drive past, because I live near Goodwill, and towards the end, they started having sewing machines. They never had sewing machines, and when I drive past, I'm like, you know what? Where am I going to put this? Because before I would kind of laugh, but I truly have no more room. We're still holding on to 40 degrees, so the snow is melting.
Oh, okay.
Jody telling us that a 5-year.
Has the storm died down, Katie? Because I know you said you were having a storm earlier today.
Oh, okay. So we all know that I am the conqueror. Well, I am now the conqueror of Oopsie Mountain.
Yes.
I have taken every single one of my oopsies and I have folded them here because I was logistically trying to see how much fabric I have. This is every single oopsie that I purchased. And you know what's sad? I purchased all of these in 1 year. All of this, my whole oopsie habit started in 2024.
I see a common theme of colors.
I
Blue,
have
green, red.
I picked the same thing over and over. I'm not saying it was a good habit. Crazy 34. Yikes. Yikes. And that is, well, most of that is denim.
Yeah.
And oh, my apron is there. This right here, I thought this was fabric. Okay, I'm not kidding you. This is a muumuu. Or it says it's a hippie shirt. But like, as somebody who knew like real life hippies, I don't see a hippie person wearing this shirt. I had no idea. Oh, I'm still big. I had no idea this was his shirt.
Hi, so Terry.
Hey, so Terry, hello. So, see, the tag is still on it because I
That's still your color.
I am everything I tell my son not to be.
You're definitely a warm colored person.
I like bright colors. It's because
you look great in them.
For years I wear black. All I would wear is black.
But then again, when you wear the capes, you're a rainbow. You can wear everything.
I like to say I started dressing like a bag of Skittles.
Mm.
It is odd to think that there's snow there and fires here. I thought you would have more oopsies than that. Well, I put them side by side.
He folded them.
That's almost 5 feet high. Because I measured it, it's like almost 5 feet of oopsies. That's a lot of fabric. Stacked, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at what, 2 yards a piece?
3 and 4. It's 2, 3, and 4. Yeah.
Do you know how many 3-yard quilts I can make with your stuff? Like, I'm coming just to grab some stuff. I'll donate them in your name.
That's exactly what I'm going to do something else with this. But when I would go, the Goodwill bins are tense. They're tense. People are just like snouts down. They're just getting in the bins. Like people that were friends 5 minutes ago are like literally barking at each other. On what occasion would you wear? Terry, I could accessorize. I'll put a black undershirt with a vest on this. No one I know would say a word. I'm expected to dress like this where I'm. Oh.
Good to know how crazy. I'm going to need to figure this out.
Right, Mona? I thought he'd have more stacks. I would sew a lot of my oopsies. A lot of the oopsies I would buy, most of those hoods I made in 2024 were from oopsies. So I would sew them, even though I had an insane habit of buying them.
So yeah. Okay.
Now you can make a car cover with those. Do you know it's so funny? I have found so much stuff in here. I made this years ago. So the now defunct, he does better at using his stash than I do. I try to sew this stuff because I like this stuff for a reason, right? I'm buying all this fabric for a reason. So I tried to sew on them, but I was buying more. So years ago, we had the world's famous 99-cent store. And the 99-cent store started selling clothes and all kinds of odd stuff, but they started selling scarves. So I made my own. This is semi-Doctor Who inspired, but I just started combining a bunch of scarves.
Oh, so you just ripped apart and then...
No, I would just I would cut the end off like I kept the ends of the blue one, but everything else I just cut the end off and combined them.
Oh, okay. That looks nice.
Oh, my oversized mug. I need another one.
I thought you were going to get the world's greatest mug. The largest. I thought we're going to do.
They have the world's worst reviews. And I'm one of those people, I need instant gratification out of the box. So I don't want to be disappointed. And I read the reviews.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I am like full. This is full-time traveler outfit. I am ready.
Right, y'all. For his birthday. His birthday's coming up in 3 weeks-ish. He needs the world's largest mug. Do you have a P.O. box for us to send everything to yet? We have to send him quilt squares because he's going to become a quilter this year.
Oh man, they only wanted $5.39 for this at whatever retail store they were selling us at.
He said he'll take all colors of quilt blocks.
Oh, did I?
For us.
Oh, Oh,
Look at, even so Terry said she needs an address.
I am gonna start a PO. I am. I'm gonna
Just imagine the stuff we would send you.
You know what? I will go take care of that on Monday.
I'm holding you to it.
Well, school starts, so I get back to my normal schedule. Do you know, I never thought I would be excited for school to be back, but I'm an adult. I am like, yeah, school's back.
Oh, especially when you have kids, you need to get back on your schedule.
Pam's birthday is in 2 weeks.
Yay, happy birthday, Pam.
Happy birthday, fellow Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. All right. So to fall even more down the what I have found and what I made pipeline, I finished. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I finished my quilted. I don't know what you call it. Pants, patchwork pants.
I was so excited when he told me this. He's like, I'm working on a secret project. And he wouldn't even tell me what the secret project was. And I was harassing him. And he was, you can't get anything. It's like blood out of a turnip. Nothing.
I'm a professional in that sense.
You are.
That is one thing. I will hold a secret. I will. For as much as I can't keep things in, I will hold a secret.
And I'm a leaky bucket. Like if I have something really cool, I'm just like, I want to tell at least one person.
I have a wish list on FQS.
Oh.
I celebrated my 16th and that's awesome, Pam. Congratulations. You can't see me. That's messing with me. You show leg one time, and you know what's funny?
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Was the only one who was like, William. See, Pam, I know. See, this is why
he took it off. There's no way.
I know this is why Pam is on my team, because I know she will speak up. I need people who will tell me I have lettuce in my teeth. I need people to. No.
Oh, I totally would have gone on your chat and said, camera. Yeah.
I was like, what's the front and the back?
The back.
Okay. No, I marked one side the back and the front. I had a momentary lapse. Oh.
Did you bring out some suspenders for him too?
No. I need to, you know what? I'm cleaning. I'm rediscovering everything in here. So I will find the suspenders.
Thank you.
They're close.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh man is a good thing.
Oh, these are. No, this is my first try on, and these are actually perfect.
You didn't even try them on after you made them?
No, well, I make pants over and over, and I knew that they were big enough.
Okay.
It's the waist issue.
Oh yeah.
These are amazing. I just celebrated my 24th Welcome to Freedom Day. All right, you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, let me move some stuff.
No, make yourself big. What are you doing?
I gotta move my chair. There's actual room in here for me to move this thing now and keep it on this side. Okay, hold on. That's one test.
Yeah, do a squat.
Hold on, I have to put. Even though your microphone's in the way. Brand new socks on. Oh, these are.
Your microphone's in the way. Thank you.
You gotta be able to hear me too. Oh,
I can
look
hear
at
you.
these. Bam. Hold on.
Yes.
Bam. Hold. Let me do the.
Oh yeah, that is amazing.
Oh, let me get my jacket.
Hi, Ollie.
Hold on. Let me get my.
Ollie's here.
Hey, Ollie Baba. Yay. Hey.
I am so excited over those pants. This has been a long time coming. A long time coming. I only harassed you for how long?
I look like I'm in a a villain in a kid's book or something. I look like total hobo. This is full hobo. This is my one-man band suit. When I have my one-man band with my knee symbol.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? My jersey goes with this too.
No.
Bam.
That's amazing.
I need a thank you, everybody.
And you said you lined them in red?
Everything. And the funny thing is I didn't do it on purpose because this jacket is completely lined in red, and I did not do it on purpose.
Well, Tasha, he does not make pants for anybody but himself. Or yeah, sorry. Hold on, let me preface this. He doesn't make anything for anyone else.
If you are 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", I have clothes for you.
But you have to live in the Los Angeles area.
Now we sound like an old radio show. If you live in the Los Angeles area, send it into P.O. Box, my so-called line, at 555 Happy Street.
What? Boxcar William.
I like that.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So you need to make pants like that. No, you're the magic professor, the new magic school. I would love.
Oh my word.
Oh, now I love that show. I would go to Trader Joe's and they would bear the aisles for me. Part the aisles they would. Here too. Oh my gosh. If I walked into Trader Joe's, everyone would have their phone out though. Because people are predictable now. So I would be on everybody.
Is that a let's go to Walmart outfit, see if we can get on the Walmart page? Or it's still not there. You need a top hat to go with that.
Yay. Good evening. Good evening, Jen. Good evening. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Hi, Jen.
Yay. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Do you know what's funny? When I purchased these buttons 2 years ago, I was shocked at the price of buttons because I inherited thousands of buttons, but I needed colorful ones. And that's when I was introduced to the overpriced gouging of sewing supplies. Oh, camouflage. I'm hidden. Oh, I love this.
Where does my fabric start and I begin? Oh. Yes, you need a fabric. You need a top hat that looks just like that, please. Add that to your collection.
A top like this?
No, a top hat. You need a hat.
Oh, a patchwork top hat. I love. Oh man, I look like test number 2 is passed, and I didn't even think about it. I sat down with them on, and they didn't rip. Oh, I made these perfect. Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
I look like. Oh, where's my crazy hat I made? Oh, we're classy here in the house of sewing. I have a grabber arm. We are classy here. Excuse me, Mr. Bird. Excuse me, Mr. Eagle. Excuse me. I've made many top hats. I made this one night on a live stream because I had no idea what I was going to make.
Okay.
But you don't like my top hat? Now my outfit is complete.
Now your outfit's complete. Absolutely, 110%.
Oh, I forgot that you weren't here for when I made this.
No, this is pre-Jessica.
I made this a while ago. The price of buttons are even worse there. They're so expensive. It's outrageous. It's outrageous how much we get charged for things here. Well, you don't like my hat?
Me?
I'm going to find you. And you'll know it's me because you'll see me wearing this. This is on the list.
Kelly, like, if I ever met you and you're wearing that, I'd walk the opposite way. Like,
well, you'd be able to see me. Like, hey, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this hat. I completely forgot about this hat. Oh, give me one quick second.
Now, would I seriously walk the other way? No. But I'd be like, really? Can't even see you. Anywho. Oh, Tasha, that's where you draw the line.
Oh, man, let's catch up with the chat.
Yeah, you need to give me, like, access, and I can do it for you while you're doing your stuff.
Okay. There we go.
You're welcome.
I do. I definitely need to make some shoes. I had a patchwork top hat. I need a hat like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, William, I think you crossed the line with that one. Thank you.
The same way. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. A top burqa. Oh, that's where I draw the line. If you find someone in that outfit, you're gonna do.
Oh.
Where I live, technically, you couldn't cover your face until the plague. Technically, you could not walk in anywhere with your face covered at all, especially with the invention of like all the cameras and new age stuff. But because of all the new laws, I think you can. I think I could. Back in the day, I legally would not be able to walk in somewhere wearing this. I can't believe you don't like my hat.
I do. I gotta get used to it. It's bringing me back like some other memories of other things. So I'm just trying to like get those out of my head. So I can
Alibaba has been here since we invented the wheel. That was a great day when we discovered fire too. See, Alibaba knows. Darth Glitterous is back. I've never been to a rodeo, but it sounds like a good time there.
Is that what you that day?
Rodeos are so much fun. I don't have the patience to be a rodeo clown. I'll make the clothes for them, but I don't have the patience. Because they have to distract the bull after it's trying to destroy the person who was just on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then run.
Into a barrel.
And then said barrel's going to get knocked.
Wear a helmet because you're going to end up having a concussion.
I can't believe. What if... Okay, so that hat's out, huh? Gosh.
I really wasn't feeling it because I'm looking for more of a patchwork hat. You know, something that takes the statement of that outfit and brings it to the next level.
What about this one? You know what's funny? This is how you're supposed to wear it. This fits. Ma'am. Is that two no's in a row? Ma'am.
I'm not feeling it with that outfit, no.
This is corduroy. And this is an interpretation of a cowboy hat. This is a corduroy cowboy hat.
I mean, I like it. I like the hat. I just don't think it goes with the outfit. I wouldn't pick that out for the outfit.
Okay.
All right, I'm just letting you know. I like the hat.
We have options. We have options. What about Detective Patch? Hold on. Bam. It was a dark and stormy night. They didn't know who to call, so they called Detective Patch. He's a crazy, crazy man, but he gets the job done. He dresses like a Time Lord from the 80s, but he gets the job done. I think he has a helmet and a face. I do. See, Alibaba knows. I have a ton of stuff in here. Just have a former employee give a hard time. Just had
getting closer.
Awesome patchwork topper hat.
You.
Hey,
You guys wake up
hello.
tomorrow.
Great to see you, Joyce. Great to see you.
Hi, Joyce. How are you doing?
Yay. Absolutely. People are strange when you're a stranger. Man, I didn't know I was going to be singing The Doors tonight. Okay. So, no on the detective hat.
So when I wake up tomorrow morning, there's going to be a picture somewhere with a patchwork top hat.
It's been a while since I've made a hat.
Oh, I love that hat, so you can't go wrong with that one.
What about, see, I want this hat to be something. I want this hat to be something it's not. Up at 6:30. Please don't dox me, Hayward.
No,
Okay,
don't
good.
do it.
I had to talk over my town. It says exactly where I am.
Oh, I know. Pick me. No, I don't.
Wear it backwards. Yay! People are strange when you're a stranger. People seem ugly. I love that song. You know what? So I can sing so many songs. I'm like a jukebox.
Yes. You prove it almost every time we stream. It's like, where do I put the quarter? So I put another one in.
This is like, that should be in a museum. Now I look like Indiana Patch. Patent pending.
I'm not writing it down.
Montana Patch. Montana Johnson is a hit. Oh, look at these pants. And I can do this too.
Keep the shirt down.
Look how amazing these pants.
There you go.
Oh, I'm in love.
I like that. I like that. Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
I could, yeah. Yes. Hi,
Hey,
Rita.
Rita. Oh, we have to show Rita.
Rita, look at this.
I made some patchwork pants. Oh, let me move my chair. Bam.
Rita, look at these.
Oh, let me move my microphone.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, excuse me.
You guys snap a picture. It won't last very long.
I am Professor Patch.
A short's coming near you soon.
I just have to figure out this shirt. Everyone's going to be going to church tomorrow, and I'm going to be standing on my front lawn.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard one with the shirt. You should just wear the shirt you got going on right now. It's fine.
I do have 2 of these jerseys. Oh, I do own 2 of them.
I know, Rita, right? It's amazing. Absolutely. Calap Pache. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. I read that before you got to it. Mr. Calap Pache.
Calap Pache. I like that. That makes me sound like the out-of-town gym teacher. That's really cool. Hey, that's Mr. Calap Pache. I watched a lot of 80s television. Please forgive me. Oh, that is my new name. You need to write that down. I am Mr. Calap Pache.
Okay,
this hat is. I am so layered right now. This jacket is actually really warm. Indiana Patch and the Missing Touch, and so I love.
Ollie, we're gonna come out with a short where you're just searching everywhere for a touch and sew.
I could do it.
Back in 1955.
Who do we know that
off the assembly line?
I'm now accepting all applications for anyone who plays a saxophone.
Ooh.
That's that 1950s detective, like Mr. Calap Pache. I love it.
I'm writing it down.
That's that 1950s detective sound, you know. I listened to a lot of 1950s radio, and they were saxophone enthusiasts. Oh.
Yeah, the Indiana patchwork needs to be a t-shirt, and the missing touch and sew. That needs to be a t-shirt.
Yay! Hello, everybody.
So is anybody interested in buying t-shirts if we create them?
Oh, I will. Thank you, Joyce. I'm going to go get a PO on Monday. Mr. Calap Pache, unsaved by the bell. That was my, now I have the theme. It's all right, because I'm saved by the bell. Mm-hmm. It's all right. Do you know what's so funny? I met
Calap Pache, so-called.
Oh, I love it. I met Zach Morris in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Stand-up guy. All American. He is he's the opposite on the Lenny Kravitz scale. And he's famous for real. And he'll talk to you like he's a real dude. I have nothing but respect for that man. The life and times of Calap Pache. Oh. I am, you know what? I am there for all of this. Do you know what's funny? When I'm old and I'm in my full Sanford and Son phase, I'm going to wear this jacket every day. Yes, my son's going to come down because he's still going to live with me because I'm controlling. He's going to come downstairs and be like, Pops, we don't even drive cars anymore. Get that thing out of the front yard. Okay, you need to wear that with
getting towed today.
Do you know what's funny? I've been discovering all of the weird stuff I've been buying. Well, no, that I did buy last year. I have bright yellow shirts that I bought for no reason. I bought 6 or 7 of them at the Benz. I think just because they're my size and I can wear them at work. Mm-hmm. But I've only worn one to my work and I wear it over and over. But I bought 7 of them.
Just in case. One for every day of the week.
Well, I had this ingenious plan of doing that, but then I just ended up wearing the same one. Because I wash my clothes so regularly. There's some questionable fabric choices in older live streams. Yeah. Okay. I made a shirt out of material that was meant for a carpet, and it was like Frankenstein stiff.
Really?
Yeah. And then when I first discovered tweed, I really didn't understand the properties of tweed, so I made shirts where I made a shirt one time in a live and I picked it up and both arms were like this. So
stop.
Always Baba serious.
He always lived the life with you.
I like Chief Calap Pache. Those pants are amazing now. I just have to make Thank you so much. Hey Nancy, hello. Great to see you.
Hey Nancy.
Yay! Great to see you, Nancy. Oh, Calap Pache pants clubbing. I would call it Studio 777.
Oops.
You have to wear funky clothes to come in. You have to dress like a Time Lord. That's like my only.
So I'm going to need to go through your wardrobe. He would pull out it.
Oh, you know what? I am not playing. Do you know what it is? I have all this time on my hand all of a sudden because I'm not going to the thrift stores. I'm not getting up early to go to the swap meet. I'd have to plan because I need sleep, So now I have all this time on my hands.
Well, until your baby goes back to school.
Yeah, and I'll be sewing at work again.
Yeah.
Oh, and to my boss who's watching, I only sew at work sometimes.
Hi, Mom. Do you have a machine there?
I was reading a memo out loud, and it was like all the new rules, and it was like no more sewing machines, and I was like, oh, Okay, that's not funny. But I'm such a robot. I was just reading it like I did not proofread it. I did not proofread it. And I'm just like, whatever.
So you have a sewing machine in your office?
I only have one. No, I only have one.
Just one.
No, because I try not to abuse what I have. Because in the past, people, great to see Nancy. In the past, people have, when you have a blank credit card, when you have a NASA amount of space, some people do their job correctly and other people turn into like the Dark Emperor, you know? So you have to have discipline in a job like that.
I know. I thought about bringing my machine to school because I have like an extra desk, but.
Would they say anything? And I agree. That would be amazing, Shalom. I agree with that. What
Oh, they wouldn't say anything to me. They walked in the other day and I was watching Mona's live stream at 1:00 and I still had kids in the classroom and you could see it on my screen. And they didn't say one word to me.
Wow.
Well, they just saw that it was running. They
can't prove that Kilroy. This is kind of like when I have a favorite shirt. Instead of replacing the shirt, I just change. Yep. I did that with there was a Slayer shirt. Man, I wore that thing until it was gray. And then when I finally wore it out, I cut pieces of it out and put it on different jackets. I have to buy shirts with 4 different colors. Do you know I have a tie-dye shirt I might wear underneath this? Office, he works in a field. There's I have an actual desk. If I'm in there, that's a whole other story.
So what machine do you have at work?
It's a Singer. It's a Singer Brilliance. It's a modern sewing machine. It's one of those machines that I scored and I'm like, oh, this is like a brand new machine. I took it straight to work. I didn't want it, so it hasn't even meant the fleet.
Oh, it thinks it's the only one.
It does. Okay, look. Because my son watched Toy Story a million times and the third one made me cry, we do not give sewing machines names. We do not. We do not give them personality. Sorry, what's that?
But see, I do. I give them like. I do personification. I give everyone like all machines just like they just have feelings. I know, weird, but it thinks it's the only one.
I'll just call everything either Big Bertha or Betsy. If it comes down to a tie-dye shirt would be great. The only reason I bring that up is because, again, I thought I was buying fabric, but it's a shirt that I found at the Goodwill bins, and it fits. And I'm like, no one would say a word if I wore this.
No, I don't have any no. I tell the kids that there's cameras in my classroom, but no, there's no cameras in my classroom. But if I was to leave, if I have to go to the office or something and check something out, I can take my iPad and connect it to my phone, and then I just put it up and the kids don't even know it's on, and I can listen to them through my watch.
Oh, and I have I've unearthed, I'm doing a fabric inventory. I'm taking my oopsies out. I think there's probably another roll or two in the middle bedroom. I could be wrong, but oh man, this is huge. This is my Santee Alley fabric. And this is a real roll from downtown Los Angeles, from the fashion district. Okay. This fabric is from 1989, 1990, and it sat in there until I bought it. I bought this from the manufacturer. And it's a micro fabric. And it's weirdly preserved because it sat in a roll for so long. And I thought I need
to see a little bit more. Unroll it a little bit more. I need to see that. Okay. All right.
And it has pop and something else written on it. This is very early 90s, late 80s.
Very, very.
I've made everything from this fabric. Think about it. I've made it. Because I haven't
made it. You haven't made a dress.
No, I have not.
I'm a size 8, 10. Depending on the day.
Name machine Betty White. Yay! Hello. My car has feelings.
Thank you, Nancy, for validating me. Thank you.
Yes, you gotta talk sweet to them. It's unlucky to name anything except for boats and ships. It's unlucky to name them. If you don't name a boat or a ship, it doesn't go into Poseidon's book. You know what's really funny? In the back of my mind, I'm kind of like this. Like, I don't, anything I've ever named, I've either crashed it or we don't talk anymore. So I name nothing. The print reminds me of the B-52s.
Oh.
I've taken shirts and cut a part of the piece and sew a patch underneath it. I actually did that recently with a t-shirt, then cut strips of the partial cut piece. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I like that. This is a weird microfiber. And it's not necessarily stretchy, but it can be. But it's a really, really strange microfiber. And because it downtown was a really weird mix of brand new stuff and stuff you've never seen. It looks like a zebra.
We need to make a kilt out of it. Because remember, all we have to do is just make pleats.
That's not a bad idea because I have yards of this.
So there's another thing you haven't made. A dress, B a kilt.
Man, that stick is so broken in there. It can't take the weight of the fabric.
Oh.
Or cardboard. Yeah, SB52s or some from In Living Color. The band was amazing and the show was great.
I know it's not Kilroy, but I think it'd be fun.
Now I have the song stuck in my head. That fabric looks thin enough to make a knee length 90. Not a bad idea. That make fantastic lining in a cape. In a coat or a cape, not stiff enough for a kilt. I'm not kidding you. I have made everything out of that fabric. Hammer pants, regular pants, shorts, 2 jackets, a cape, a longer jacket. And I got bored last year and made a coat. And people were like, is this a repeat? And I'm like, no, I just still have this fabric. And I still have that much left. Denim kilt, please. Better not see through. This is the best advice I've got all day. Kilts need structure. Otherwise, you're going to look like you're shoplifting a banana with 2 lines. We still call that banana smuggling to this very day. We do. We call it to this very day. We call it banana smuggling.
Oh, my word. Never heard of that before, but that's hilarious.
And I can't believe I still have some of this. This is backpack material.
Oh.
What should I make? I'm not a bag maker. I'm not anti-bags.
Yeah.
I know there's a huge bag world out there. It's one thing.
Some of them are in this room.
I've never tried. And I don't have that much of this. Yeah. I guess I do. Yeah, that's still a ton of fabric. Good grief. That is still a ton of fabric.
I don't know. I'm blanking at the moment of what you could possibly make out of that, but I'm pretty sure the people.
I made a jacket, and still to this day, when it rains, I wear it to my job, and they're like, can't believe you actually made something that's waterproof. But this is real life waterproof. Now that's got enough structure for a kill. A 10. Okay. I'm not kidding you. While I was cleaning out my oopsies, I didn't put this in the pile because of how heavy they are. I have 2 of these and they're 4 yards. These are heavy and these are oopsies. I might make a tent out of this. And it's that material, you know? So I laughed because I forgot about this because I was pulling all the oopsies out and I'm like, why is this one bag so heavy? It's because I have 2 of these. And it's thick. That stuff is thick.
I can see you out in the wilderness with your little tent.
That's gonna be me and the raccoon in the backyard. Oversized fanny pack.
Yeah, fanny packs. They came back a couple years ago.
Oh, look, I'm from an era where I was of a certain age when those came out. I didn't think they were cool back then. I rocked one. I had a blue one. I had a hot pink one. I had like all kinds of crazy ones. I still think they're weird.
Well, my 10-year-olds in my classroom, they wear like, they look like a fanny pack, but it's like cross body. And they wear, like all the girls wear them.
When I see a grown man wearing that, I think they either work for the police department or they have a CDL. Mm. Most people that wear those are packing.
Like I have a fanny pack, but it's only when I go to like amusement parks and things because I don't want to wear my pocketbook on me and I want to make sure everything's secure. So, yeah.
He already makes those ollies. It's double his backpack. I use ripstop nylon for tents. Raincoat. I was thinking about making an extremely dramatic coat with the green material. And I've
How often does it rain there?
It never rains in Southern California.
Good to know.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Fanny packs are not back. They're still for awkward dorks like me.
They came back.
And I still have, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I still have this stuff. Yes, this is fake Fendi. Oh, Mr. Modelo was like, don't tell people you got this here. This is illegal in the state of California to sell fake material. But this is fake Fendi. Oh, well, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops.
Oh, that is amazing.
But this is super fake Fendi. Because I would like downtown LA was famous for bootleg material. And then all of a sudden it kind of disappeared. It's because they started incarcerating people. So when I asked Modelo, man.
Thank you.
Now I have that song. I love Toto. Mm-hmm. Yay, are we back? Are we back? Okay, good. Nancy's back. Sure enough, it is. Yay, welcome back. Welcome back. It is super fake Fendi. I have like 10 yards of actual Chanel ribbon. Whoa. And so for that reason, like I would go all the time. And one day I looked at Mr. Modelo and I was like, I know you have some bootleg material here. And he's like, don't tell anybody, which I'm telling the story on the internet right now. The biggest mouth west of the Pecos. But he pulled out the fake Fendi and I was like, I'll take whatever you have left. And I made a coat. You don't realize what's going on here. They took Star Trek from us. They took video games from us. They're fighting to take the fanny pack. It's the principle of I'll tell you, my pops rocked a fanny pack all the way until 2000 something. Like there are some people that never let it go. Mm-hmm. Yay.
I mean, it just works for people. It just does.
I actually went crazy over the holidays. If you look at my shorts, like my past 10 shorts were just made in the past 2 weeks or something crazy. Mm-hmm. Like I've gone crazy sewing because I've had all this time on my hands. I don't know how I went all these years of flowing to Toto and never noticed that's one of the singers is a hottie. I still watch all the old school MTV music videos. I still to this day, like if I have nothing to watch, I'm putting on music videos. But I'm one of those people that like music is a big influence in my life. Starting to get these sewing patterns show up in my feed, which is actually nice for a change. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So what should I make with the fake Fendi?
Wait. Ask the people. Ask the people. Because everything I come up with is like a negative, so it's okay.
Excuse me. That's okay. That's all right.
I know. It's fine.
Oh, I found this too. I completely forgot I made this. But this is, oh my gosh. You want to go Time Lord? This is Time Lord cookie. Oh, there's a knot in the back.
It matches your outfit.
But I made this apron a while ago and completely forgot about this.
You gonna go barbecuing now?
Not in this thing. Should I make a short? How do you make a short with an apron?
How do you make a short with any? Cut to you in the kitchen cooking some bacon. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea. That is an everyday normal activity here in the house of sewing.
Look,
I'm a bacon enthusiast. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Thank you. Grab some barbecue utensils. I actually have a bunch. I have a bunch of untouched utensils because someone I know is obsessed with buying barbecue accessories. We the dorks, in order to form more perfect dorkdom, must keep the fanny pack. We choose to retain the fanny pack, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Grab some barbecue. Oh, I like that. I like that. Like a baseball shirt.
Mm-hmm.
How to make a short with an entire outfit at a taco stand. I could literally get in the car and go up the street from my house and find a taco stand. I'm not kidding. You know what's so funny? My son, like, we saw a taco stand by the Goodwill. This was a couple months ago. He looks at me and he's like, pull over. I was like, excuse me, sir. He's like, it's a taco stand. You know what's so funny? I've never got sick from a street vendor. I've got sick from restaurants. I've never got sick from a street vendor, and I've had food in Philly, New York, and LA, and Florida too. And I've never got sick from street food, but
neither have I.
It's good music. It's always either it's on Facebook. Awesome. I completely forgot about this. And so you're not an apron fan, huh?
No, I love aprons. I wear aprons all the time. Every time I'm in the kitchen, I just put it on, but mine's Williams Sonoma.
Yeah, mine is lined with this material. Oh, man. And let's see. What else do we have?
Man, you're digging out a lot of stuff today.
I've been discovering everything because I've been cleaning.
Like, I am. My head's spinning. Like, I'm trying to figure you all out. This
is an unfinished project. And yes, you're not hallucinating. That is a pineapple neck strap. But I didn't line it, so I might take the pineapple off. But that's a lot of seam ripping.
So were you going through our pineapple phase when you made this?
Yeah, and you know what? I regret nothing.
Yes.
I regret everything in your life makes you who you are.
Absolutely.
So the sum total of every person you come across, everything, every experience you've ever had makes you who you are. So I'm not mad about it. I'm just going to pose like this. And this is denim.
What's on the other side?
Fairies. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. Fairies.
Okay. Nice.
So I might keep this. I might not add a pocket to this. I might just line it and move on with my life and call it a done project. I'm trying not to sit on my coat and my jersey. Oh. Put a design on the front. That's not a bad idea. I have a ton of unused giant patches. You know what? That's actually a great idea.
Good job. Thank you, Rita.
Show and tell with Mr. Calap Pache in the magic school. Oh, great times. Girls, I'm absolutely. I
love pineapple.
I make shish kebabs all the time. You look like you're cooking up some LSD tacos on the side. Oh, it's the jacket. It's because I look like a time lord. Just utterly and completely standing out. Oh man.
Amazing.
So I'm thinking about doing a crazy mix match project with all the denim I have.
Oh. Is that a secret project?
Well, I'm talking about it. So
well, I mean, just because you say anything doesn't mean you're giving us any hints of what it could be. Just that it's made of denim.
Well, I was thinking about on my blue chair, I have a ton of miscuts of denim. Of all the denim I've used, I went through this weird phase of messing up pants. So I would just cut out all the good parts of the denim. So I have weird swashes of denim.
Mm-hmm.
I think denim in the light and dark blues you have could be neat. Exactly. I make everything into a jacket, but I was thinking a pair of pants, maybe. I don't know.
Pants and a jacket? Yeah.
Now I have to go in search of pants pattern. Oh, Williams Fall. Do you know what I do? It's not even a secret. I take a pair of pants from whatever current size I am at the moment, and I trace them. And so I'll trace one side, and then I use the side that I cut to trace, and then I trace around the other one, and I magically have a pair of pants.
That's probably what I would do too.
That's how I learned how to make pants. I now know the proper way because I look at some of I made a bunch of board shorts in 2022, and I laugh at some of my stitches because I put the stitches on the top so you could see my stitches because I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm man enough to admit that I was just more enthusiasm than experience at that time.
Yeah.
But here we are all these years later. I'm wearing my Concordia jersey. Oh, that reminds me. Where's the remote? Because we...
Are you guys playing tonight?
We are. I thought we were playing Calgary. Everything's really messed up because of the fires. Did you get a flatter denim? Didn't you get a flat? I did years ago. I had a half a bale, and I didn't realize how much half a bale was until they put it in my truck, and my truck sank. This was years ago. This was like pre-panty when I was like biting off more than I can chew. And I'll never forget, I pulled up to my house and I backed it in, and everybody was like, "You're crazy." They're like, "You're crazy. What are you going to do with all this?" And they're like, "You have to wash all of this." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think about that." So I was cutting and going to laundromats.
Don't skip the question.
Okay, William, when are you going to make a quilt?
When? Oh, you skipped it.
He's never going to. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me get this thing.
Oh, he's going to make a quilt.
This is what I picture when people, hold on. Let me.
Half of your viewers are quilters now.
I completely understand. And I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I denying the power of the quilt. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, this smells so good because of my laundry soap. I think I'm just going to add armholes on this and call it a project. But every time someone's like, you should make a quilt, I picture this like, come to the dark side. We have bobbins. Come to the dark side. We make quilts. Come to the dark side. This is what I picture every time someone's like, you should make quilts.
Stop.
You're going to create a monster too. A year from now, I'm going to be like, I am evil Emperor Quilt. I am evil Emperor Quilt. Ha ha ha. And everyone's going to blame you for the monster, the quilting monster that you do.
Like, they won't blame me.
Oh.
They're like,
and we're going to start a new game of what color red I could make you turn.
Okay.
I love this thing. I bought this in the bands. I am rediscovering all the crud that I bought. Yay!
Hey, not only did I turn red, but you actually made my eyes water this time too. But I really think that you can make a cape out of it after you make it.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
But I have to make a huge because it takes a lot of space to make a cape.
Like, I mean, it's just between a twin and a queen size quilt.
I do like going on picnics. I am the real life Yogi Bear. We need some maybe patchwork, scrappy quilt. I have so much material. I have so much. What should I do with this?
Use it as a backing for your quilt.
I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna cut it out and make a hood and call it a day. I love denim quilts.
Oh yeah, denim quilt. There you go.
Think about it. I'll be home in 30. Don't bury yourself. Okay. Darth Quilter, no. Oh, I've purchased so much junk. I'm just now processing it. Well, also, if I see anything that I purchased at the Goodwill bins, I wash it again. Just because it came from the bins.
Sorry, I turned different colors.
Don't forget to answer my question. You have the freedom to make your own pattern. So can I make like the quilt with a giant W?
Absolutely. For Wilkie or for William?
For King Julian the First.
Oh, King Julian.
Julian. That's how I talk. I know, but I put W's in front of everything.
Oh.
I actually did talk like that when I was a kid. Speech therapy works.
So yeah, we can applique a W on the back of it for you after you make it. Or we can patchwork a W into it. Which one would you like to do?
Gilroy has come back from the future. I've seen this movie. I have seen it.
He's gonna blow up me.
I made a denim quilt. I sewed a bunch of my brother's pants together. I'm thinking about doing something like that because that's basically the equivalent of what I have. I did buy a couple rolls, but I use denim for backing for everything, for my coats, for everything.
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
Hold on, where's my come to the dark side? That is literally do it. Make some quilts.
Do it.
Come to the quilt side. We have bobbins and cookies and decent coffee.
I'll wind up bobbins for you. I'll make you cookies.
That's how it always starts. And then I end up walking the dog at 3:00 in the morning. That's how it always starts. Making clothes have no boundaries other than the designer choose.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you.
Like they're in a padded sale.
I mean, most quilts that I make, I change them. Like I don't do everything that's on the pattern the way that it comes out.
I do that with clothes. Like I'll take an arm sleeve design or something I like.
Yeah. Like that dinosaur quilt. There's no flying geese on it. I had to put the little Jessica flare on it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with adding your signature to it at all.
I love flying geese, though. Do you know what a flying geese is? Do I need to ask
what's
that
so
question?
funny? Because of you, I actually do know what they are.
Good. Because I'm like, did you write that one down in your little book?
I was given a tutorial because I am the rookie.
Good. I make them quite a few different ways on the channel, so whatever works for you. 4 at a time, 1 at a time.
Sorry, I was having a moment. I need to stop eating meatloaf and mashed potatoes before the stream.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like take a bag of cookies out or something.
I don't have space for the cookies. That's why I made such a strong cup of coffee, because like, you know, I was just doing stuff all day, and then I had meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and I slowed down.
So with all this cleaning, did you make a dedicated drawer for all of your candy and cookies and things?
No, because I need them right here where I can grab them immediately. Okay. I need them within arm's reach. How much
chips.
Oh, these were only $6.29.
Oh, cheaper. Cheap.
It's so sad, but everything's cheaper at Walmart. It's so sad. Absolutely. The first one I opened, the pan sewed them whole the way. The way they were upside down and wild. The one in the second chair, the second one is I can't go by pattern. There's this crazy pattern that I really want to do. Let me see if I still have it, but it's impossible to me. It's a quilting pattern too.
Oh, well, you are in a room full of quilters.
Let me see. Hold on.
Let us help you. Let us help you see your vision.
Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. You know, when it gets quiet, because I know this was probably made in the 80s. I wonder how this lady on the cover's doing. When it gets quiet and I'm just, you know, sitting here contemplating life, I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, I like that.
I found this at a thrift store years ago when I just started buying any pattern I can get my hands on. But I've had this for years. I want to make that, but that's a Herculean task to make that.
Okay.
But it's called the Crazy Fun Jacket. Oh, look at her hair.
It just makes me want to do a perm or something.
Baby. No parking on the dance floor. This is so 1980.
That is.
I want that. I want to make that so bad. But the thing is, like, look at that room. He doesn't have a dedicated place for anything. It's hodgepodgey. This is a TARDIS.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sewing box. Yes. Ooh. Yes. I am a definite snacker. Like, I'm sitting here sewing. The only thing that I don't allow in here is any kind of Cheeto product. And I'm not talking to anybody except for myself, because it gets in your hands. Then you're staining your clothes orange.
I agree with that 110%. Anything that leaves residue.
I am not allowed to come in here and eat Cheetos. Oh,
that's a good rule. That is. Keep those expectations high.
No, it's because it gets on your hands, and I'm an obsessive hand washer, and so I'm constantly getting up to wash my hands. I'm eating, and then I'll get in a moment. I'll just eat a bunch, and I'm like, I have to wash my hands again because I'm sitting in here sewing, touching stuff, and that stuff stains your skin. Imagine what it does to your inside. Oh, as visual I have become my mother. I just got my hoodie out of the dryer and there's freshly washed Kleenex in the box. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my.
I still carry hankies. So technically, I'm the gross guy. If you ever see a hanky on me, don't touch it because I'm gross. Use it for what they are. Yeah.
says, oh, I know I can't say it out loud because I'm going to be sick next week. I
So
don't get sick.
you're not a Cheeto enthusiast, huh?
I used to be until I had my first child, and I ate too many of them.
You know what? I still to this day, I have not had In-N-Out in 15 years. Because someone I know would eat it every day. Ate it every day. Their streak, they ate In-N-Out every day for a month and 3 weeks almost.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
But it was like this Chex Mix party bag thing, and I would go to the gas station and get it with a Gatorade. And I would eat and drink that almost every day until I was like 5 months pregnant, and then I had to stop because I got sick of them.
Cheers are good as long as you use gloves to eat it.
No.
Use chopsticks to eat.
Look at you.
We went to the
that's such a great idea.
We went to the grocery store, and my son sneaks stuff in. And like, we get home, and I'm like, he bought Cheetos and Cheetos Puffs. And then he leaves because his mom picks him up, and I'm like, when he closed the door, I'm like, did he leave me alone with Cheetos Puffs in my own house? Like, does this kid not know? So I'm trying to abstain and not eat the whole bag.
Does he do all the checkout when you guys go to the store?
It depends on the mood I'm in. I eat Chipotle daily. Rarely ever do I do other fast foods.
Chipotle's okay.
I'm not a Chipotle fan. I can't imagine liking fast food joint that much that I eat it every day for that long. Yeah. When I worked at Carl's Jr., technically I ate it every day for 4.5 years. Something from there, something every day. If it wasn't a chicken sandwich or like, like, oh man, you know what? Turn the grill on. I feel like making breakfast at 6 o'clock at night.
Man, I thought I was going to turn into a fish fillet.
I tell my son that all the time. I eat so much chicken. I'm like, I'm gonna grow a beak, some wings. I eat so much chicken.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I give myself a hard time because I eat a lot of chicken, but then I'll go somewhere and I'll eat orange chicken, or I'll eat like I order chicken somewhere else. So it's a.
But that's your like go-to comfort food. Like you know what it's supposed to taste like, what it's supposed to be.
True. That and chicken fried steak.
Have I had that? White or brown gravy?
A white.
Okay. All right, we can be friends. Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because when I discovered how to make gravy, for like 6 or 7 months, I ate it with every meal. So so it's not that I don't like brown gravy, it's I played it out.
Yeah.
And then I started making biscuits and gravy with the white gravy, and I came this close to playing it out.
Oh. Yeah, I made duck the other day, and we were like down to like the scraps, and so I just I took the bones, cooked them down, made like a bone broth out of it, and made gravy. It was so good.
That sounds amazing. Rita, you know what's funny? I didn't eat fast food until my son was you're gonna like be shocked, but I did not eat fast food until my son was like 8 or 9. I had abstained because I worked at a Carl's Jr. when I was in my 20s. In my 30s, I abstained. And it wasn't until my son was older that I started eating fast food.
Oh, I love avocado toast. It's so good. With an egg.
I'm from the land of avocados. So I'll eat avocado with anything. I'll get a spoon and some salt and eat avocado. That's how hardcore I am. The pizza delivery I got, and I'm so tired of pizza. Chipotle, though. I did go through a hard, my son hates pizza right now because of me. I obsessively eat pizza, and I'm not supposed to even eat real tomatoes, and I do. I obsessively eat pizza, and my son's like, can we get anything but pizza? I like chicken more than beef. You can put lots more sauce. This is true. You can reinvent the chicken.
Pork, too.
I've never had chicken fried steak.
Ollie, you're gonna have to go visit him. He'll help you.
Like gravy. I'm gonna show up to your house, Ollie. I'm gonna cook it right in front of your house. I have my own grill and everything.
With his apron.
We'll pick one. I have quite a few. It's all just cook it faster. It's like leather. This is true. Because I got so hardcore with chicken fried steak, I'd make it at my own house. And I've learned, much like in America, we have a restaurant called Red Lobster, and they have cheddar biscuits.
I know how to make those.
Same, from scratch. And I became so addicted that like I take years off from making them, because once I figured out how to make them, I was like, I don't need you, Red Lobster. I don't need you.
Nope.
I could taste them. Just thinking about it, I've made so many in my life that I played them out. Look at that, Mr. Warbucks just actually saying, "Oh, we made Duck the Mrs. Warbucks." Depending on where you live, you can either capture it yourself or it's cheap. Like here, avocados are cheap on the West Coast, and beef is also affordable because I'm not kidding you. I can go 2 hours north and be in some of the largest cattle farms in America. Just like whole counties are cattle farms here.
One little baby avocado, 68 cents.
I wouldn't be singing the avocados from Mexico. I wouldn't be singing the commercial for that.
Just a little guy. And I couldn't even, then you have to wait a couple days to eat it because it's not even ready. We
get 3 of those for like $1. And the big guys, the Haas ones they're expensive. They're $1 each.
Oh, they're more expensive than that here. And you don't find those very often.
I used to eat fast food all the time due to one of the businesses I owned was a firework vendor pavilion, so 16 hours a day. That's one of the reasons I took about a decade off.
Homemade chili oil. Oh, girl. I'm going to try that next time.
Avocado and toast.
See, sometimes I put honey on it.
I put egg on everything. I don't know. I love a fried egg. I'm weird.
You're not the only one. Yes. I probably eat 3 to 4 eggs every day. Love eggs. I'll probably go have scrambled eggs after this anyway. Because I'll be hungry from all this talk you guys are doing. Have you had chicken bacon ranch pizza? No, I have not had chicken bacon ranch pizza. I bet it's good though. So I'm assuming there's no red sauce on it, and it's probably white sauce. Because there's a ranch. Or maybe the ranch is part of the crust. Like ranch flavoring.
Oh, sorry. My breathing medication came because my doctor cares.
Bless
this guy is set on apocalypse. I've never had fried chicken steak either. Or Sasha's biscuits.
Jody, you live in the South, girl. Where are you? I'm coming for you.
I think that's
next time I go to Charlotte, I'm coming for you.
I was raised by like old schoolers, and so like cornbread we used to make in the backyard on cast iron skillets. I'm old school. Oh no, I've been craving cornbread. I've been talking about it for 4 or 5 days now. I just need to make it.
Yeah, you do. You put sugar on top of yours, or you just leave it?
Stick of butter, because we're not going to be here forever. I grew up I eat margarine. Try cilantro on pizza. Sometimes it's really good. There was this one pizza I used to eat. It was called the White Knight because it was made with Alfredo sauce, but they had put cilantro on it and it was really good. But again, we have crazy combinations. They put cilantro on everything here. Here in Canada, we have Red Lobster, cheddar biscuits in a pre-made box, like Betty Crocker.
Yeah, you can find those everywhere.
They sell Red Lobster biscuits?
They do in boxes. I actually have one in my pantry right now.
Oh, I make them from scratch. I had my own cheese and everything.
Well, yeah, I do make my own from scratch too, but if my kids want it, That's what they go.
88 cents for an avocado. That's actually pretty competitive for a price. Even sausage biscuits with white gravy, I meant to say.
You never had gravy biscuits?
Chicken ranch pizza. I used to order something like that. Out. What's that? Sorry.
Oh, I have a t-shirt that's about biscuits. I'll have to wear it someday.
Alibaba, we'd like to thank you for watching My So-Called Life. We have now entered the food portion of the stream, and the Los Angeles Kings and the Calgary Flames are tied at 0 in the first period. Back to you, Twin.
Oh, are they going to win tonight?
Calgary's good. It's going to be a good game. I'm like, okay. I would eat it all. I'm like Mona, same. The other night I made homemade hash browns. I do this because I grow potatoes. So I do this. I make homemade hash browns all the time.
Okay. Onions, homemade hash browns, gravy, and cheese. Sausage. Amazing.
Oh, yeah,
it's like one big, huge casserole.
I still make Jiffy. I have Jiffy. I still make Jiffy. I am like, when it comes to and there's certain, they've tried to reinvent certain things. And so there's certain brands I don't like because they'll add too much of this or that when you eat it.
Some of my family members prefer the Jiffy. And if I do, I use cream style corn inside of it instead of all the milk. And it tastes really good.
My oldest was mildly anemic, so I started cooking everything in cast iron. No more anemia.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta buy butter and a big bucket of lard. I have both, but I'm addicted to margarine. It's a bad habit. Please do not take any medical advice from My So-Called Life. I still cook with lard. I still cook with Crisco. Can you crumble cornbread and milk? No, do you crumble cornbread and milk? I'm weird. I drink it while I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. I will eat half a tray of cornbread.
Okay.
I was born and raised in New Jersey. Just moved here in 2001. Unfortunately, I think
you know, my girl, New York, came down here in 2001 too, but I still have it.
Funny things are mostly the same, but Flames lose way more. In the third period, good to know, Ollie. Good to know. Do you know whenever I watch a Sens game, I think of you, Ollie. I just like watching the Senators because they're so dirty. They just get into fights. They're like the Bruins. They just get into fights. Instead of onions, I use scallion. Ooh. I have 2 boxes of Red Lobster biscuit mix in my cabinets too. They are so good. I am obsessed with.
I have a feeling that Sunday dinner is going to have Red Lobster biscuits all around. Thank you to My So-Called Life.
Peanut butter is the one thing that I can't mess around with. I can't eat too much of it because of my health conditions. Never ever seen cornbread mixes because Canada. Oh, My So-Called MD. I don't like milk. Do you know what's funny, Mona? I'm actually not supposed to drink milk because I have hardcore lung issues, but I do. Not as much as I'm not going to sit here and pretend. When I was younger, that's all I would drink. That's all I would drink. And the older I get, I cannot drink it before I go to sleep. Or I will wake up not being able to breathe. I don't want anything that's imitation or of the real thing. No cheeses, no margarine, none of that fake mayo stuff.
Go look at your score.
Oh, I wonder,
You're welcome.
Oh, it's because I don't have the sound on. The horns are really disappointing this year. For anyone who remembers, I used to have that. Will you send Tammy the link?
Yeah.
I used to. Boss. Will you please? May you?
Yes.
May I please get your assistance?
That's what I'm here for.
Absolutely love the tri-state area. Absolutely. Great food. Great food. When I lived in Drayton, Ontario, Canada, I could get what is that? Is that Krusty's? I can never say that word.
I'm not there.
Krusty. I actually have some of this in my house right now.
All right, hold on, I'll come back.
Oh, Rita, I have that exact same stuff in my house right now. I like jalapeno peppers in my cornbread. You would love Southern California.
Yes.
We put jalapenos in everything. There's this bread. There's this one bagel place I go to. They have jalapeno bagels. And they also have this weird cheese
I love
bread.
jalapeno bagels.
They have this cheese bread with jalapenos on it. I've been eating it for 20 years. There's plenty of wild international foods in our stores, but not a lot of American stuff. Wow. And same here. I'm highly allergic to milk, so it's either Similac, almond milk, fresh milk. Do you like almond milk, Twin?
Yeah, I'll drink it. Mm-hmm. It just I have to have. Do I have to have the plain? No, I have to have vanilla. I have to have something flavoring.
This is so true. Before I go off about American bread, my brain will not allow me to to enjoy almond milk. Oh. It's a mental thing. My brain is like, how do you milk an almond? And I'm sitting there like, I know. But it's just something about it. It's something about it. It's just because I was such a purist. Yeah. It's because I can't drink milk. Every woman I've ever come across has tried to cure me of that. They're like, then try almond milk or try this or that. I'm just not a fan of any of it. But to me, it's honestly a mental thing. It's like milk is satisfying. Like my grandmother used to say, milk is a meal. Eat it. I can't drink it last. Milk is a meal. I can't
tell you the last time that I've had a glass of milk or anything like that.
Neither can I. I'm not supposed to imbibe, but I do. No. Yay! Hello.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm home and I'm in the warmth. It's only 28 outside.
Oh.
Warm 28 degrees.
Yeah, it's warm. That's warm.
I have fans going in here.
But sometimes I crave cereal and I just really wish I could have cereal, but it'd be the death of me.
I can do cereal with almond milk, but I don't like drink the milk afterwards. Like it's just enough to make it, and then you can get the flavored almond milk.
Yeah.
With like the vanilla or whatever, or the sweetened, and that helps.
What about, I have to look it up so I say it right. Oh, Fairlife milk.
I've got a friend that's lactose intolerant and does the whole lactose-free milk or whatever and swears by it, but I've never tried that. It's not.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. You're fine.
In America, we have a lot of preservatives in our food. I have to find that channel. There's this woman from Ireland that I watch, and she compared Ireland and America. Our bread doesn't go bad. It will like in 3-4 months, but our bread does not go bad. In Ireland, it's within 48 hours, 72 hours if you don't eat it,
Because there's no preservatives.
Exactly. Yes, but because I work next to a goat farm, I am not a fan of goat milk. The only time I really like it is when they're making tacos. It's weird. I never got used to the goats. Like it's weird. I'll walk out of the shop and there's a goat just chomping on the hill, but they're really cheap lawnmowers. So they roam the hills.
The hills are incredibly cheap.
The only way $15 on Amazon for cake mix. That's even higher than you.
Hi, Alibaba. Thank you.
Yay! Goat's milk is great depending on the type of goat. Some is real strong. Have a great night, Mona. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Good night, Mona.
Dry cereal as a snack is what I like. I'm so weird. I eat honey bunches of oats, and I don't think I've added milk in years. I just eat it like
yes. Oh, I love that. You have no idea. I went down the aisle today and I was like, I want some of that, but I just can't.
I drew the granola because it's the closest thing to the honey bunches of oats because I miss that too.
Oh, I love granola.
I will do granola, and then I can handle just a little bit of yogurt. Not a lot, but I can handle a little bit of yogurt. I love mixing those two if I'm going to eat any yogurt, but I don't normally eat yogurt.
Yogurt, granola, and blueberries and pomegranate seeds. Yummy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe even some chia if I'm feeling a little froggy.
I'm going to have to ask what kind of goats we have next door. I wasn't a big fan of milk until I started getting locally farmed milk. They don't take any fat out of it, so they don't add fat. Wow, they don't homogenize it. It's good and creamy.
Oh, I bet it is.
I knew someone who grew up on a farm, and they would eat blueberries in milk, and I still to this day, it's just the weirdest or they would eat half and half in blueberries. They would go get half and half and pour it in and eat it out of a bowl with blueberries.
Wow.
My husband goes through milk like crazy. Like, we buy milk, but I never drink it.
I did it just to see how long different brands of bread would stay before molding. Most 3-5 days. Found one that kept for almost 2 months. I'm telling you.
Wow.
We're the only country in the world. We're one of the only countries in the world with that much preservative in our food.
I have a bread machine for that very reason, but I don't use it very often. I need to be using it.
The bread machine is what led to my rapid weight gain. I will never forget that day my son was like, "We have a bread machine." And I was like, "In this house?" And he's like, "Look." It was during the pandemic. We were just bored, just looking through the cabinets, just bored. Like,
did you make sweet bread or did you make white bread?
White bread first.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you. Any kind of bread, though, like fresh out of the bread maker, is amazing.
Banana bread has to be my favorite.
I used to make like white bread. There's like a French bread recipe that's in one of my bread books. I have no idea which bread book, what it's called, or anything like that. It's so well worn at this point, but this is one recipe and it never fails. It's fantastic. It's the best stuff in the world.
I have a picture I want to show. Hey, to everyone who's subscribing, welcome to the House of Sewing. I am nothing but mayhem and love, and I thank everybody who's subscribing to my channel. Sorry, I just checked.
Mayhem and love. Yes, that is you, William.
How much are you? You're growing. Look at you.
This year I'm going to start writing down everything I sew. Like, I need to catalog the things I do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Absolutely, you do.
We have nutrition laws here, but it's mainly shaming. Like, when you go to fast food restaurants, all the calories and everything is posted, and you're like, I know this is my caloric intake for one day. Leave me alone. Just in this one burger,
Absolutely. That keeps me in check quite a bit.
They still make Kool-Aid, don't they? I think they do.
Yeah, they do.
Here in the U.S.
Yeah, and they still have the commercial where he goes through the wall.
I love that thing. I love the Kool-Aid guy.
8 gallons per day. I learned every possible way to preserve milk. Mozzarella is so easy to make. Obsessed. I fry ravioli. But again, I could wrap anything in Cracker Meal and eat it. I am fully convinced. I just like everything that you fry. Like, I'm addicted to Cracker Meal, breadcrumbs, like anything that goes on top. That's what hands are for.
I don't have that hand strength. Shalom.
I used to be anti-box cake, but my son recently got this triple chocolate cake, and I was like, okay, this is decadent.
Yep. This can make the list.
My husband's favorite is cherry chip. You find it it's like Duncan Hines, maybe. It doesn't sound right. Maybe it's Betty Crocker, but you can only find it in some places. Do you know that when we came to Casper, looking to move up here, we had to check and see if there was a grocery store that sold cherry chip cake mix in the box before we could decide if we could move here? Because we had to be able to find this cake. Yeah, we had to be able to find his cake mix. Yeah.
You know, in a weird way, I'm like that, Tammy. I'm obsessed with Cheetos popcorn. When I lived in the city of Los Angeles, it was everywhere. When I moved to Oregon, it didn't exist. When I came back to LA, because my town's really yuppie, they didn't sell it in my town until 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So I have weird requirements like that. Like, and it's not like I won't move there if you don't sell the popcorn, because I can always order it on Amazon, but I have weird requirements like
that. Rita, after 40 years, it should have still worked.
I'm like that with my old computer, with all my old stuff. I'm like, this computer is 22 years old. Why is it still not working?
I got rid of my mom's old bread machine because it finally bit the dust. But a fancy one.
There are certain things, like I have cast iron skillets that are probably older than me. I have certain things that are like that last. My sewing machines are old. Thank you so much, Nancy. My sewing machines are older than me, but I'm not eating those. I'm not using those to process food, or I would look like I played for the Kings. I'd be missing teeth if I tried to eat a sewing machine.
Why am I not surprised?
So, is there any projects that you're working on? Anything that you're looking towards the future?
Jess, you get to start.
I'm obsessed with Kool-Aid, by the way. I still drink it. I was raised on that stuff. That's one of the reasons I didn't drink soda, is because I loved that stuff.
Well, if you're following me on my YouTube channel, you can see the projects that's happening right now. So
we're saying this for conversation's sake. I'm just saying.
Supposed to be like, she's supposed to be doing a teaser. Come on now.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be doing a teaser. So
yes,
I'm doing
a teaser.
I have the people out there. I have the secret quilt that I'm working on.
Yes, she does.
A secret
project.
About
the secret quilt.
Yeah, Tammy knows about it. I've told one person because I have a bucket and it has a hole in it, and I can't keep myself quiet.
Hey, Katie! Hello.
So yeah.
And Tammy, what are you working?
Things.
Okay, what am I not working on? Is probably the shorter answer. Okay, tempter rings I did today. Did a live for it. Yeah. And you will like my colors, William. So this quilt behind me is what I'm doing.
Oh, awesome.
I'm redoing it. The background is going to be black.
Ooh.
The little peel section, so the little eyes in there are also going to be black.
I absolutely love that quilt.
So those are going to be black.
Ooh.
The little cornerstones. So these little pieces throughout the entire quilt are going to be this purple. It's a little primary color for me. I was not expecting this. Okay. So fair warning, I was not expecting this to be quite so bright. That's your
first one.
That's my first one. And it is red, yellow, or red, orange, green, and blue.
It is.
I'd wear that.
It is so primary color.
Missed his jacket at the beginning.
I'd wear that.
Gosh, yeah. So I have no idea what color I'm going to do the outside of it. Like, I don't know what color that's going to end up. But oh my gosh, how stinking bright is this? Welcome in, Melina.
So how about, William, you make this quilt and then turn it into a jacket?
You know,
oh my gosh, yes.
I'm all about bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
I dress like the crazy lady you see at the casino.
I mean, look at those oopsies behind you. They're like, I want to be a double wedding ring quilt.
I did not realize how bright this was going to be. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what I was expecting. Not at all.
I have pretty much those same colors that I've pulled, but they're not as bright as yours. Like I have more gold tones for the yellow.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
And like an olive green, like more olive green color. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gone like more secondary colors.
Mm-hmm.
But no, these are primary colors.
No, you can always change it.
I could,
You
but
could.
I'm not going to. I've already started this.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. It's just unexpected.
Really?
It's very unexpected. Yeah. Like I
No.
bought all these fabrics.
I know who
did not
you're
expect
talking
them to be
to.
that bright. Oh.
I randomly found this while I was cleaning. And this is not part of my bow tie collection. I think I got this at the bins and it just kind
Is
of
it a
ended up in
clip-on?
It's
Yeah,
a total clip-on.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be a clip-on. There's no way, because he's sitting there holding it up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing a hockey jersey, so it's sagging on the laces.
It wouldn't matter, but it's still. Oh
I washed it and
I'm
it got
glad that
even
you
more.
finally found one of them.
It got even more like puffier than what it was.
Yeah.
Patchwork bow tie.
Ooh.
Both of your mouths just dropped. You're welcome.
Well, I was thinking about
You're
adding black lace to this because I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who, and the Colin Baker Doctor rocks some amazing combinations. His jacket is set, but every episode, well, you know, they're cut in segments, but every single special, he's wearing something different underneath. I'm gonna start dressing like a Time Lord.
Oh,
Tammy.
yeah.
He's also going to do a patchwork top hat.
I need to write all these down.
I did.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, she did. Good.
Okay, good. Because I'm like,
You know,
I still
did.
want to know.
You just never
you know
asked
what? I
for
might
the
make this a cloak. This was a cover to something that I found at the Goodwill bins in Vegas.
Oh,
I might just add a hood to this and call it a cloak.
he made me turn. Look, go ahead. Go, dude.
That's
Show
like,
Tammy what you did to me.
This is a cover. I could literally stand inside this thing. It's so huge, but it's a cover for something.
No. It is not a cover. It is the lining to my
Yes.
cape that you're going to make me out of that galaxy fabric. That is what that is.
Man, that backlog is getting even deeper and deeper.
Yeah, but you guys, no. I'm first. Twin is number one. And
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah. I'm not
he hasn't made me my stuff yet. My stuff.
But see, he already knows exactly what I need. I need the cape. Okay. I need that by my birthday so I can take pictures in the snow, hopefully sometime in October next year. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shalom. Yeah, they that's what I was thinking that they were going to read as jewel toned. But from a distance and looking on camera, oh my gosh, like it hit me today.
I'm going to make one quilt using the bright neon colors, yellow, orange, green, blue, etc. with black background. I think it's going to look great. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely it will.
I love crazy
so
combinations. I'm not a New York Knicks fan, but I will wear that orange and blue combination. Oh, yeah. I love that combo together.
That is okay. No, you will never find me in orange and blue because that is also Auburn University colors. So it is never happening. Not even close to happening. Oh, sorry, Katie.
There are certain things I would never wear, like a Calgary Flames jersey, but this is pretty close. It's one of those weird things.
He says that now, and then next week he'll have one.
No, I've actually had the opportunity to buy one, and I didn't buy it.
I have a rabbit hole for y'all later.
Yay!
You guys will not know. You guys have no idea what I was doing last night.
Oh no, Nikolai is sick.
Yeah, Nikolai is sick. Yeah, and occurred to ask if he tested. Sounds like he's got flu, not COVID. Okay.
Yeah. What's going on?
Almost looks like a tablecloth. Says read it. Yeah. But it would be perfect for a lining.
Okay.
A lining for her cape.
We'll see what happens at 3:00 in the morning with me and my scissors when I start building things.
I know exactly what you need to be watching at 3:00 in the morning.
What's that?
Her video from today. So you can make that quote behind you.
Well that too. That's a little boring and dry though. I'm just saying.
Okay, then you can watch my videos and then you can make some of the squares that I make and then show me pictures.
Have you ever heard of binding noses?
Sorry, my phone just like loaded something instead of pulling what I was looking for. I'm going to have to expose you guys and everybody else out here in YouTube land. It is sewing. I pulled it up earlier tonight to show somebody.
They're division rivals, Alibaba, and it's always it's just we play them in the beginning of the year and the end of every year. We play them a lot. They come to LA, we go to Calgary all the time.
Oh, so they're too close. They're in your division.
And
They're way
like
too close. Oh, here it is.
Speed recovery, absolutely. We're just we play them a lot during the year. Like I've had opportunity to buy a San Francisco Giants jersey. I love the San Francisco Giants history. Some of the greatest baseball players that have ever put on cleats have played for the Giants. I would never wear a Giants jersey.
Oh, come on, William. You'd be equal opportunity.
I agree. There's certain jerseys I'll never wear either.
That's okay. I would never wear Auburn. Yep.
I'm trying to think because I'll wear almost anything. I have this weird rule though. If I haven't been there, I'm not going to front like I'm from there and wear the jersey. But I've been a lot of places.
Like you have a UNC jersey, which is absolutely gross that you own one. And I would never wear one.
I've been through North Kakalaka.
Yeah, you can be through. But
take your shirt off.
But why did you pick UNC out of? I mean, we have 4 ACC teams, and you pick UNC because everybody else picks UNC. Gross.
It's because I found it at a thrift store. Like I want to say 11 years ago. 11 years ago, if not longer.
Duke.
I collect jerseys.
Hey, I have a Duke jersey that's way too big for me. I can send it to you.
He unplugged his mic. Yep. That's what we were hearing.
Yeah. All of a sudden he's gone. Gone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, okay. Are you guys ready for the rabbit hole?
Yes.
Okay.
Sewing Street.
Sewing Street.
Sewing Street on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It is like Home Shopping Network for sewing people. They were making a coat last night.
Oh.
And it's over in the UK.
Oh.
And I will say I commented on their video on YouTube and they never read my comment out loud. So I don't know if they're actually looking at YouTube, but it is being broadcast on YouTube. So if you want to listen to a British accent from people who live in London or the surrounding area of London, whatever that is, and are sewing, it was entertaining. I'm sitting there listening to stories last night.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's incredibly addictive.
Oh, I like that jacket.
Like they're like not actually. Oh, William left.
Oh, no.
He was looking concerned. Maybe he went to go check out Sewing Street. Where's your gun go with that?
Oh no, I'm back. It was pulling audio. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pulling audio from my phone.
Oh, gotcha.
Because what happens is if I kicked my microphone cord and it starts looking for other
yeah, I was looking for the next.
Yeah.
So I was
mine pulls from like all my different cameras every time I do that. That's my problem.
It's the one thing I haven't made is a corset.
I love corsets. I have not worn one in forever. They're so much fun if you make them right, though. They're so much fun to make.
I want a Texas H-Town shirt. I have this weird obsession with bootleg clothing because of where I live. They sell fake everything. I bought a fake Nolan Ryan jersey. But it's that 1970s Houston Astro look. I love it because it has the big orange and blue stripe with the white background. I'll put it on one day. You know what is sad when your doctor calls to confirm an appointment, then realizes you're sick and says better to reschedule when not sick.
I hate that.
I'm so mean. I'd be like, but aren't you a doctor? I start asking logical, angry questions. Do not put me in that situation.
Why am I not surprised?
Like even right now, I have hardcore breathing issues, and my doctor, without even me calling him, sent me a bunch of breathing medication.
See, he knows.
Because he knows. Oh, he knows. I'm
knows.
predictable. And plus the fire is unreal. You know, I want to share a quick picture. Let me go on It's still called Twitter online, even though it's called X. Let me go to the group.
It is so hard to just pronounce it as X.
It's still to this day.
That's the name.
I honestly, Tammy, I still call it Twitter.
There's no reason to change to call it X. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me to change it to X.
Do I sound better? Am I back to sounding better?
Yeah, you're normal.
Oh, okay. I knew if I refreshed, it would clean. It would clean everything.
On YouTube, Joy T. On YouTube.
Oh,
I was up late last night. A lot late last night.
I'll get the link. I'll get the link.
I could find the link to the channel.
Absolutely.
So like I don't even know if you can buy stuff from them here in the States. But just listening to the accent and the stories that they were telling, I mean, they were telling about, you know, what color school uniforms they wore, like all the navy and like the color combinations, and just hearing it in their accent. And then they're sitting there trying to sell you this pattern, and while they're making it, it's just unique. It's not the pushy stuff that we have here in the US.
Look, I finally used my wrench.
Yay! Flex those muscles.
Oh, you know what? I have one. I should try to do it. Well,
Yes. Everyone.
Oh yeah. Facebook is technically Meta. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't get any of that. But again, like I've really faded away on Facebook because it was just a drama factory, and I'm old, and I'm too old to act like just the whole junior high mentality is I'm over it. So I try to stay away from it. And it's weird to me. There are people I have not seen in 30 years, but I know more about them than I know about like my cousin because I'm subscribed to them. You know, we're friends on Facebook and they post all their business.
See, like I'm on YouTube, you know, with whatever. And then the only reason why I go on Facebook is just to post to like Tammy's and Katie. Like I don't use Facebook for anything, just to connect with their channels.
I think the last Facebook post I did on my own to my actual own page was maybe 4 months ago, maybe. And that was the first one in like a year and a half.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to delete my personal one, but then it'll take away So Blessed by Jess. So
yeah,
you in a weird way, you can never delete your.
Well,
I've supposedly deleted my
deactivated
Facebook account 3 different times. Should have listened to myself and never came back, but I always end up reactivating, and all my stuff's right there.
Yeah.
I'm on, so I'm also on MeWe. MeWe like came up in popularity when everybody was leaving Facebook over the original. I don't remember what the heck the deal was, but so sorry. But I don't know. Like I have MeWe, but there's like half of my friends aren't on there.
It just kind of turned into people argue over politics, and it's like I made a rule a long time ago that I'm not going to get in arguments with people on the internet. Do I break that rule sometimes? Yes, but
of course
I refuse to argue with someone. I was in second grade. You know, we have second grade in common. We have elementary school or junior high or high school, or you know, like I refuse to argue with people.
I mean, there's no point in it. It's just craziness at this point.
And plus, I'm one of those people, I try not to judge people. But some people present themselves and it's like, this is the 15th boyfriend you've had Maybe you should stop tagging them as in a relationship. I'm over it. There is someone I absolutely love her. I've known her my whole life. She has a new man every 6 months.
Oh.
And we have to go through this whole thing, and this is the greatest guy ever.
Did you make a list so Santa can check it twice?
I see her all the time, and I know she's not watching. But I'm just over it. I'm over it.
Now, Rita's next comment. There we go. The once posted internet is forever there. Yes. So here's the difference, and here's why I joined MeWe. I mean, I'm still on Facebook because I run YouTube, and most everybody has a Facebook, or they're willing to do Facebook. And William and Jess are both gone.
No, I'm right here. You don't strike me. You don't strike me as like an angry person. I don't see you. Do you fight people over politics online, or would you?
No, not normally. I'm not normally like that. My biggest thing is like I'll post a question or something, and somebody will come back at me, and I will argue them back to their points that they had. Yeah. But I don't start it. Like I try to finish it, but I never start it. But so one of the things with MeWe is that if you delete your account, because there were a lot of people leaving MeWe at one point, because you had to create this additional sign in, or you had a one sign in for MeWe plus a couple of other things. Yeah. And when I created that MeWe account, it didn't bother me to do a one sign in. So a lot of people were leaving MeWe because of that. And the moment that they left, every single instance where they commented, posted, or whatever was completely gone. Like there was no traces of them anywhere. You couldn't find them accidentally tagged on somebody's old posts. Like if I go back in my old posts, like you can see, like I can see, or like my memories that, maybe someone I'm no longer friends with commented on something. Yeah. And so like I can see their name tagged there, even if they can't, even if we're no longer linked, if we're blocked from each other. That doesn't happen on MeWe. The whole comment would be gone. There would be no tag. There would be nothing. So, yeah, well, yes and no. If I'm asking for like feedback, then I get some of it. But some people come back at you angry just to be angry.
This is the one thing I don't understand is like people who are habitually angry, like all the time. I'm confronted with things I'm either confused with, too old for, or generally I'm like, oh, this is not my wheelhouse. I just move on. I'm like, hey, I'm too old for this one. Tap. I have no idea what's going on. Even with modern slang, I have to ask my son. And
I Google it. I don't bother the young ones with it. I Google it.
I still don't know what cap means. And I might be capping right now. I still don't know
cap
what
means
cap.
Truth.
Why don't you just say truth?
Or is it no cap. Like no cap, no lie. No cap, no lie. Because my kids has a shirt that says no cap.
I'm 142 years old.
That's crazy.
Yes, you are. Plus
I'm like 80 something. I'm like 80 something. I gotta be. I would have to ask the kids what that meant.
Yeah, no cap, no lie. See, being immersed into the elementary world, I hear a lot of this. So I do I'll be out in the hallway, and my teammate and I will use the slang with the kids and embarrass them. It's great. Yeah.
That's
anybody
what you use
8th grade or lower, we learn the lingo just for them.
Exactly. I do have a room in my life too for the negative troll.
Yeah. I don't either. So my most recent one was I went to a restaurant and I was denied service because I have a service dog. Yeah. And so I posted in one of the rants and raves groups that, hey, look, I got denied service. This place, didn't train their staff right. And I was getting attacked for having a service dog. Like, it was like crazy. Like, it wasn't just, attacking the business or, I should have done their job for them. It wasn't that kind of stuff. It was, I was getting personally attacked just for going and saying that I had a problem at a restaurant because I have a service dog. So there's going to be negative troll Karens out there everywhere. And I just had to back off at some point. But I wasn't, going looking for, I didn't go looking for a fight, but apparently I did.
A long time ago on Facebook, I commented, the page is called Opposing Views or something like that. This was a long time ago. Gosh, probably 13, 14 years ago. There was a post about how somebody was dealing with an autistic child, and I made a comment that if somebody did that to me, they'd be picking up their teeth. This is exactly what I said, okay? I'm not kidding you. 17,000 people disliked it. I had hundreds of thousands of replies of people saying, if I ever see you or this or that. And I was merely referring to my parenting style. I was not going to punch anybody. I wasn't going to come at anybody, but I just made the comment, like, leave, because you don't know if that person has a special needs child or not. You don't know what they're going through. And I learned a lesson that day. I had hundreds of thousands of people telling me what they're going to do to me. And there was people that I still have them saved in my, because I didn't know that in Facebook, old school Facebook Messenger, if somebody wasn't your friend, it goes to a different folder.
Mm-hmm.
One day I opened up the folder and I was like, oh! People were like, if I ever see you, I'm going to do this and this to you. And people were threatening my kid, all because I said something on
that was your own personal opinion. Absolutely.
Good gravy. And so I learned, I was like, I will never do that again. I will never do that again.
Well, one of the things that, I despise about social media is that all the kids are on social media. And so even if like Facebook says you have to be 13 to join or whatever, do you know how many kids like fake their age to join, or their parents will fake their age to let their kids join, to like bend the rules or whatever. And so we're talking about keeping kids off of social media, and it's not possible because there's so many parents enabling it. And then kids are getting abused through social media too.
My son didn't get a lot of, he didn't get a cell phone until last year. And there's really only one site where I'm completely 100% against it, but it's not easy. But I shadowed his phone. Like, I can hit a button right now and like be in the driver's seat of his Facebook.
Yeah, that's how it ought to be. You should be able to do that for your child. And Rita, I absolutely agree. It is real. It's so real.
And even back when I used to work service jobs, like frontline service jobs, it was amazing to me how rude people are with service dogs in general.
Tonight I had a good experience. So.
Okay,
that was awesome.
That's
awesome. Have Mexican food, and didn't have a fight with anybody.
I am a person that loves dogs. I think we should have more dogs around. People wouldn't be so angry.
Well, I mean, he lays underneath the table, and like the chairs didn't have any way for him to get up underneath me like he normally would. So he was having to sit in front of me, and I'm having to put my legs over the top of him because it was like such a packed table.
Yeah,
but
there are millions of kids' accounts, mostly due to parents allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends. Like, it's so different. My son, when I was his age, I thought I was an adult. I had terrible habits. My son, like, he's such a good kid compared to anything I was at 15 years old. So I don't know. It just depends on. But you have to stay on it because people will prey on anyone on the internet.
Oh yeah, they will. They will. I mean, I had a Yahoo. What did I have? Yahoo chat or something when I was a teenager. Oh, the trouble I actually got into that nobody found out about. Back when the internet was young.
Mhm.
Cell phones are required now, and I know they're not required, but in a weird way,
They really are.
And he's so in touch with his school and everything because of his phone and everything. It's a weird tool. And that's the thing about the internet. I have learned so much on the internet. I've learned how to play instruments. I've learned YouTube is undefeated. There's not a vehicle that I haven't Googled and found how to change the oil. Even my tractor. Even my tractor.
Everything's there now at your fingertips.
Yeah, you don't have to call your dad and ask. You just call YouTube and ask.
Even my the lift master above my head, I didn't know how it worked. And in this room when it was empty, I was like, let me just YouTube it. The literal instruction video is on YouTube for my very garage door opener.
Mhm.
So I learned how to program it and properly work my garage door opener.
I figured out how to reset the apartment complex's garage door opener through YouTube. I was able to ask them to go fix it for me.
I have to wonder if parents take responsibility when their kid gets bullied on social media when the parent allows the account to begin with. That's a good thing.
Half the time, no.
There's this site I don't like my son going on, and whenever I catch him on it, I'm like, get off of Omegle. And if you're a parent and you have a child, Omegle is a site where people go to tear each other apart, and there will be a grown adult making a YouTube video with minors.
Ugh.
And it's like you randomly click on it, so it could be anyone from an adult to a minor. And so I don't like my son to be on it at all.
No.
So I have a problem with sites like TikTok, and I have a problem with Facebook Reels because you don't know what you're about to scroll to until you're already on whatever you scroll to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've seen things that, I'm an adult. That's one thing. But if my now 14-year-old stepdaughter saw it, I would be just going, can we unsee that now? Like, you did not need to see that.
There's a weird, I don't even know. There's a weird thing if you go live on YouTube on your cell phone where it broadcasts to the entire, I don't know, just anybody.
Yeah, it broadcasts your location.
But it's not like right now we're live on YouTube. But when people, I don't even know what the option is. When people go live on their cell phone, there's a YouTuber I watch, and he's a fashion designer, and he did that sideways thing. He's like loved in the fashion community. All of a sudden, all these people were just saying slur. They were going after him, and I'm like, this is awful. You get much more of a wider audience, but it's just that troll is the worst.
Yeah, the trolling is bad. Not all singer-sewing machines are on YouTube. I take it you have looked. That's funny.
So do you think kids should or should not have a cell phone?
There's a certain age when I feel that they should have one, especially, my kids play sports. So I want to know where they are when they're traveling on the bus or whatnot.
No, I didn't do that on purpose. No, how do I undo that? I timed out Pam. I didn't do that on purpose, Pam.
Oh,
how do I undo that? No.
Oh no, undo it.
How do I undo it?
I don't know.
No, Pam, I'm so sorry. It's my big fingers. I didn't do it on purpose.
So here's my take on cell phone deal. When my son was coming up, I mean, he's now 20, or he'll be 20 this year. But when he was growing up, we got him a cell phone early, but I locked that thing down. The only thing he could do to it is make phone calls, text, and he could only text people that were contacts. He couldn't program new contacts, and he could turn it off. He could not turn it back on if he turned it off. So like we locked that phone down. It was a Microsoft Windows phone. I don't know if you can do that to an iPhone now. But if we're going to be giving kids cell phones to play around with and goof off with, we should be able to lock everything that we don't want them to have access to. But a lot of parents don't take that time to lock those things down. Like they want their kids to have all the social media that they really shouldn't have at a young age.
I don't.
Like
No, they
night.
don't. No, parents don't want that.
I
No.
don't like the problem is there's I'm so sorry, Pam. I didn't do it on purpose. It's my big fat fingers and my cell phone. And I keep on putting my hand on my desk.
We know who to blame. We know who to blame, Pam. We know who's at fault.
But no, there's apps out there where you can lock your kids' phones because we have it. And so like we have all of the devices. Is like central hub to my husband's phone. So he can turn off the internet to any device that we have in our house. And so all the kids are on, they have timed out. And then he can look at all their devices and see what they're doing and where they're going. And I mean, it was all trial and error at first, but the girls finally learned with getting their phone taken away so many times, like what they can and cannot do.
My biggest challenge is that none of the cell phone companies want to teach their clients how to lock their kids' cell phones down, because a lot of the adults that have kids right now aren't, it's still our generation, a little bit older, that didn't grow up with the internet and never wanted to learn the technology to begin with.
My grandfather used to always say, every generation they invent something you've never heard of.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a lot of things like with the internet, all these news sites, I have to investigate them because my son's on them.
Yeah.
Or because my son has ASD. People prey on people that have ASD. And so I have to keep my eye out for whoever he's talking to. I'm all up in his business, though. It's different because I'm not shy. So I'm like, who are you talking to? And I put my face up in his phone. I'm like, who are these people? And what relation do you have to them?
Well, I mean, when my stepdaughter came to live with us, that's actually what I did with her. Like, I mean, her phone came to me every night. I mean, I got her a phone, or I set her up on a phone, but her phone came to me every night, and I scrubbed that phone every night. So if she installed a new app, I already knew about it. If she got online, like started creating videos, whatever, I already knew about that.
Yeah.
The basic phone, Alibaba, the only basic phones that are still out there are those like watch phones. You can't find those flip phones anywhere. You can't put them on the networks. You cannot find them anywhere to put them on networks.
Oh, that stings. I miss my flip phone.
Yeah.
It was so much easier. I wasn't.
But my kids can't download. My kids can't download an app without my husband approving it.
Yeah.
But my girls are sneaky. Like they'll go, Dad, can I borrow your phone for a second? And then they'll press it and they'll take his phone, and he's had to change his password a couple times. But
I don't even, like, my stepdaughter, she knew that I was going to scrub her phone every night. So she was allowed to say or do whatever she wanted to, as long as she wasn't downloading new apps or whatever. But, every night I was sitting there looking through her phone, making sure there wasn't anything else. And it was Android. So like I didn't have a spare iPhone to put her on and lock down.
Yeah.
My thing is too, there was one time that my mom was hanging out with my son, and my son was talking to somebody, and he started telling them where he lived. And my mom was like, get off of whatever you're doing. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one the one on Yahoo was ASL. Everybody would ask you ASL.
Yeah. We did it on AMI.
Or AIM, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a fine line between not allowing your child to participate in the world around them, because my thing is I don't want my son to be left behind. I don't want him to not know, because I've had friends that were old school homeschooled before the internet, and they didn't know much about the world. Or like they go to high school in the 10th grade and they're like, oh, wow, this was overwhelming, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want him to be
I
prepared.
mean, they have
for
to
the
have
real
some. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can still get them through companies such as AT&T. But like every time that I've tried to go get one, because believe me, I was trying to go get one for my son. Even then, I couldn't find them. Like nobody had them in store. You couldn't order them. Like they were making it incredibly difficult to get the flip phones. So that's why I locked down the Microsoft phone. That was fantastic. That phone was fantastic. I swear it was fantastic. Yes.
True. This is
not
true.
left behind, but not thrown to the wolves. Yeah.
But I always dance on that line between like, because my parents, they were extremely overprotective in one way. I don't know. It was so hard to explain. When I went out in the real world, there was things I knew and other things that like were brand new to me.
You were sheltered.
In a weird way though, but like I grew up I was exposed to the world, but my parents were very protective. It was a weird combo. So when I went out in the real world, I was this big fish in a small pond. And then when I went out in the real world, the ocean, I drowned in the ocean, so to speak, you know.
I did. When I went off to college, I became a totally different person because, I had no real world experience. I'd never been in a room that had 100 people trying to learn the same thing at the same time. That was so foreign to me.
You're right.
I miss my Cricket phone. I bought a Cricket in Oregon. I had that thing all the way up to like 2016. I had my Oregon. I was living in California. I still had my Oregon number. I miss. And you know what's funny? My Cricket phone was one of the most reliable phones I've ever had.
You just don't want to leave Oregon. Just admit it.
If I could, like anywhere else, if I could move there just be by myself and still have the city, I could just roam around on my skateboard like an I Am Legend without the zombies. I would love to live there. I was young. I was a different person when I was younger. I was much more bohemian. Like I'm much more rich, and I'm full Captain Picard. I'm old and stuffy, and I drink Earl Grey and bald. That was a lot of hair ago.
You are still bohemian. I can still see that. I can totally see that. Absolutely.
I agree, Terry. There is no blanket answer.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I'm all in my kid's business. I'm all up in his. I just randomly call him. I'm like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" I think the one thing a lot of parents forget is eventually the kid's going to be 18, and if you try to shelter them and lock things down when they turn 18, they're going to have their experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but 8-year-olds don't need Facebook. 8-year-olds don't need to deal with Facebook trolls and parents.
Would you let a 17-year-old drink alcohol in your house?
No, but one of my ex-husbands would.
My parents would, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't if you paid me. You couldn't pay me. I'm not that cool. Kids all the time, because I'm wearing my patches, and they walk up to me. They're like, "Hey, will you buy me beer?" And I'm like, "I'm not. I only look cool." I tell them all the time, "I only look cool." Sorry, kids. Sorry.
I can see that.
It's something I've been confronted with in my adult life because I really, you really don't know the answer to certain things until you cross that road. And no, I'm sorry. And you know what? I was that kid who used to ask people, and as an adult, I will not do that.
I had some kids come up to me and a friend in the mall shortly after I moved here, and they came up and they were asking him to buy them alcohol or whatever, and they were like 12 or 13 or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, what foreign land did I move to? He's a Parisian layabouts.
I would be honored. I would be honored to be a Parisian lay. Are you kidding me? I would bring it back to the 50s with the beret and the striped shirt. I would be honored.
Okay, you have your next things. You need a beret and a striped shirt.
Write it down.
I have a black and white oopsie right here. I go full beatnik. Alcohol is not in my home. Not even meds. Nope, because I drink. Not because I drink. I simply do not want it in my home. Same with illegal drugs. I do not drink. I do not imbibe as well, and it's not in my house as well. And it's just one of those things. And it's not even like I'm not even saying it to virtue signal. I'm trying not to cap. Is that? Did I say it correctly?
Yes. No cap.
No cap. I just
No
one of those
cap.
things I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it. And again, because I was confronted with the situation multiple times, it's weird to me. And the younger generation, like when I was younger, people looked old. These kids look like babies to me. And I'm
17-year-olds look young now.
Yes, and I'm like, no, I'm not that cool. Sorry, you misread my patches.
And I'm the one that everybody wants. Yeah, I'm the one everybody wants to talk to, but they don't ask me for stuff. The last time a kid tried to ask me for something, no.
I was making liquor at 12. I grew up in a house very similar to that, and there was always alcohol available because there was a fully stocked bar. We knew not to touch it, but as I got older, we did,
I thought, go ahead.
My science teacher, we made alcohol in 7th grade.
What? See, not in my school.
Like he was amazing.
Not in mine.
And he even gave us like these, little Dixie cups. Oh yeah, we had some.
Oh man, California, that guy would be in jail on the front.
Mm-hmm. I will never forget it. I'm like, why does it burn? I still remember my reaction.
Under the jail. The jail.
And I said, this is why he's my favorite teacher. I'm going to marry this man someday.
Because he got you wasted. Under the jail. Straight to jail. No stop, pass, go.
Yeah.
I literally thought that my parents had never had any alcohol ever because they didn't drink in front of us, and they never had alcohol in the house. So I was so not exposed to it at all growing up.
Pam's back.
Yay! Welcome back, Pam.
Really quickly, hold on. Let me grovel a little.
Please.
Pam, I'm so sorry. It's my big fat finger. I didn't do it on purpose. More than anybody else, I absolutely love you because I've seen you in person and you are an amazing person, and that was a great afternoon.
Oh, is there more that we need to know? Jason's eyes are really wide.
No, Pam, we met up at Coffee Bean. Pam is an amazing person.
Okay, Pam, you're on my list.
Stay back and chucked. Oh, I'm a crybaby. I was actually 17 when I entered the Navy. Do you know what's really funny? My pops joined at 17, and because he was from the South, he said when he joined the military, it was nothing but poor kids from the South. I mean, like, all the way up until he was stationed somewhere, it was nothing but poor kids from the South.
You know what they're having problems with now, right? In the military?
What's that?
So it used to be like all the country kids would join up and they were physically fit because they, had been out tilling the ground, farming, all of this other stuff. And so they were fine. Now the kids joining have no physical experience and they're getting themselves injured like left and right.
Especially when you run like the Marine Corps, they run you like a track star.
They do. The Marine Corps is no joke.
They even tell you, like, if you're going to join the Marine Corps, just run a mile every day. They're like, just start running a mile every day.
So my husband's former Marine, and it is killing him because they now allow them cell phones after certain hours. Like, this generation is like completely connected and can't live without their phones.
And they used to do this thing called the shark attack, where when you got off the bus from literally the moment you were, they got off the bus, your first day at boot, all of the drill instructors would run and scream at you, go, let's go, now. From the moment, put your bags down. They don't do that anymore.
No,
they're afraid they're going to hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should talk to my brother about like the things he says about the Marine Corps, and he'll laugh, and I'm like, most people would be crying when they would be saying this, right?
My husband's old enough that he did not know the crayon deal, like the whole Marine Corps crayons connection.
Oh yeah.
He had no idea. Like people were having to explain it to him recently, and I'm just like, "Are you serious?" Because he'd never heard of it before.
My pops was in the Navy
because he's old school. He's old school. Yes, it is not the same. You're so right, Rita.
Kids now are getting hurt really bad.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
When I was a Boy Scout, we did a Marine boot camp training course. And they were yelling at us. We did the full crawl and everything. I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Well, because Katie said Navy boot camp is hard. So the one branch, if you go into the Marine Corps, as soon as you pass Marine Corps boot camp, you never have to take boot camp again. You can go into any other branch and you never have to repeat boot camp. If you go into any other branch, when you go to another branch, you have to take their boot camp. So Marine Corps is one and done. Because if you can pass Marine Corps boot camp, you can pass all the others.
I'm kind of here with Kilroy. Like, I know a lot. I'm surrounded by military people, and no one ever talks about that. But they're old. They're all older, though. They're way older.
There's nothing wrong with older veterans. Nothing wrong with that.
I remember that. Oh my God, the instructors were brutal. The first thing that happened is the guys get their head shaved. Yup. I forgot about that too.
All that long hair. My husband had one of those 70s. Oh gosh, who has he said? Because I can't remember names. I think of like Partridge Family, the boy that had like the long hair or whatever.
Danny Partridge.
I think so. The like really long, like 70s hair. That's what my husband had going into boot camp. And so of course he got it all shaved off. He's never done long hair since.
I grew up in a Navy family, Pam. I'm biased. I still fly a Navy flag. I have a 30-foot flagpole on the side of my house.
That's the one of the branches my husband never went into.
I got out in 1985. I still remember boot camp like it was yesterday.
That's the year he graduated from boot camp.
The George Washington is beautiful. There's a PBS special where they tour the Washington. You should watch it. I don't even want to give it away. It's amazing. It's just an absolute amazing documentary, but it shows how modern the Navy is. And it's probably antiquated by today's standards because they had PlayStations in there. Everything's probably all on the internet now,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everything's on the internet. I mean, we're on YouTube, really. We can find every tutorial except a few Singer sewing machines on YouTube.
Do you know what's so funny? I always laugh because I'll Google like certain machines and my old videos will pop up.
That's hilarious.
Because I tagged every single sewing machine I ever made a video about. I would tag it in the tags, so it pops up. Shag hair. People still had that in my era too. The big shaggy hair, and that 1970s look is coming back with the teenagers. All these kids have stat. My son drives me crazy. He looks like Andrew Tate right now. I love you, Andrew Tate. You need to shave your beard. He's starting to
trim it up. Trim it up.
He has the chin strap, so he's starting to get that Abraham Lincoln thing. I'm like, shave the sides.
Yes, he said trim it up. He'll be fine.
Yeah, the beards are coming back. My stepdaughter taught me one, and this is a couple years, so I don't know how long, how much this is still the case. But so she's looking at the baseball players out on the baseball field, and she's only interested in the ones that their hair like curls out underneath the edge of their baseball cap. She said that they have wings. The first time she told me that a boy had wings, and I'm just going, he has what?
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me crazy. Like, and I'm big on body autonomy. Like, do what you want, but I'm gonna gripe. As a parent, I have the right to gripe at you. I believe you should be able to look how you like. I'm a hippie. I guess I'm a bohemian. I'm not that controlling, but like, just keep it clean.
Yeah. As long as it's clean.
He's starting to get. If I gave him a top hat, he'd look like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my word.
And because of his complexion, he looks like Andrew Tate. He does.
Yeah, you're right, because I looked it up. Yeah. Because you said it quite a few times. I'm like, who is this man?
Oh,
I know you're right.
I love the Navy moms community. It helped me a lot while Chris was in the Navy, and I made some good friends. That's awesome. I still am friends with a lot of people that my dad was friends with. A lot. I grew up in the same town. Like, they all moved to the same town, so it's we still all live around each other. Although I do not walk so great, when I'm with other people, I tend to start marching just from instinct.
My husband can't slow walk.
I grew up around taller people, and I had to explain to them my legs aren't as long. Two of my best friends growing up were both over 6 feet, and we'd be walking, and I'm like, guys, like, you gotta slow down because you take long steps. I walk like this.
So my husband's legs are not that much longer than mine. Like, they're about the same length as my legs, or my legs might actually be longer, and he walks faster than I do. It drives me crazy.
My nephew's stationed in Japan now. That's awesome. I have a cool story to tell about the Navy and Jacksonville radio station. Is that Jacksonville? Jacksonville radio station, my daughter. Get that kid a tanning booth immediately. He looks like Andrew Tate. Genetics. It's genetic. A radio station was looking for Navy moms to come on the radio station so that they could talk to their kids at sea. I got to do that. It was the coolest thing. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That is cool.
Oh, I walk fast due to the military. Washington, while a radio station live on the airwaves. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a wonderful memory that you have. Absolutely.
Maybe that's my husband's excuse, is because of the military.
I don't know if I walk fast. Do you know what my new pet peeve is? When I walk and when my son has a grocery cart, he clobbers my heels.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm seriously, and he did it the other day, and in the store I was like, ooh, take a deep breath. Ooh, take a deep breath. I just turn and look at him like, again? Really?
You know how to avoid that, right?
That's why I do the drive-in.
No, not even that. You don't have to do that.
I don't bring my kids to the grocery store anymore.
You hang on to the front or side of that cart so that you can feel it and you can stop it before it hits you. It's situational awareness.
I do that. Well, I do that also because I'm so ADD, I might just make a right at any moment or a left.
I'm not surprised.
And so my son
see that in you.
My son is so used to that. Like, I'm like, oh, look, there's candles. I forgot I needed a candle, even though I don't. I have this weird thing about my house smelling good, so I have a candle addiction.
We had no idea. We've had conversations about candles the last how many times? So we had no idea.
Candles are amazing.
I have one burning right behind me. It's great.
They're amazing.
That cider bourbon.
I went out of my comfort zone and I bought, like, everything I buy is like Seafoam or Wind Breeze. It's always a blue candle, and I bought a green one, so we're gonna see what it smells like.
Oh, have you ever had Macintosh candles?
No.
No.
What world are you opening up, Jess?
I love apples, period. So I will get myself a Macintosh candle anytime I find it. Now you know.
You can tell she's craving one right now.
I recently was given this really strong like sugar cookie candle. It was gross. I didn't like it. It was so powerful. Even my son was like, "What is that candle made out of?" It was too strong.
Yeah, and at school I have wax warmers at school, and so I have them stationed around the room because 10th grader or 10-year-olds, they kind of smell after pee once in a while. So I'll turn it on if their feet stink. And I have spray, and I said, take off your shoes, and I'll start spraying them. Yeah.
The thing is like he just, even with my boots on, he annihilates my heels. And I know he's a kid. I'm not mad about it. But like I forgot that even existed, and he clobbered me at Walmart the other day. And he did it again at the Safeway.
Because he didn't do it good enough the first time.
He wasn't paying attention. He didn't see how close he was to you.
He's gonna put me in the hospital, man. He's gonna take my ankle out.
So I guess he's not ready to drive because he's gonna hit people.
There you go.
That's what I would tell him.
My only answer to that, I'm gonna put him in the biggest vehicle as possible.
No, you just
with bumpers.
You just need to find something from 1970s that California will still allow you to have.
Well, in
that way it's a tank and he can't hurt himself. He'll just crush everything else around him.
Supposedly, in 5 years, all cars that aren't electric are going to be illegal in the state of California. But they keep on pushing the date back because the initial was supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
Of no small powered motors, and that is not happening.
Well, I mean, you guys had the brownouts and all of that from electricity overuse during the middle of the summer. So you can't go anywhere if you can't charge your vehicles. Like, the power grid is not set up for that yet.
And they don't have a EV truck. I need something where I can haul tons of rock, tons of where I can pull a whole tree and put it in the back of the truck.
And electric vehicles are not made for that. No.
They're not.
No.
And so because of that, it's a huge fight here. But we'll see what happens. So by 2030, supposedly we're now supposed to be living in the future. You know what's really messed up? I have weird dreams where I'm walking around a city and there's no cars. It's a normal city, but there's no cars. And in my dream, I got on a tram. But to be fair, I watched nothing but sci-fi and 1970s Doctor Who. So
my husband had some kind of like nightmare last night and woke up from it and was telling me about it. And it was something along the lines of a robot named Alice was after us. Or everybody was out to kill this robot named Alice. And like everybody was turning into robots. Like it was some creepy something or other. That sounds like California in 2030.
Dreams are funny. I have weird dreams like that. I have dreams that I recently had a dream that I was like Sanford and Son. But that's because I fell asleep sitting in this chair, literally watching it.
Yeah, you do have problems with them, Katie. I'm putting all my stuff in my bags.
You know, the candles probably are bad for me. They probably are. But the air is so spiked here. Do you know what's funny? Anytime I didn't live in LA County, I didn't get sick one time. When I lived in Arizona, I didn't get sick one time. When I lived in Oregon, Texas, didn't get sick one time. It's the air here is awful.
Yeah, because you're breathing in all the exhaust.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happens is they get a bunch of state funding and then they don't do anything about it. Like our roads, if you go to any other state, it's almost embarrassing when you're on the 10 and you go to Arizona, you know you're in Arizona because the roads are brand new. And Nevada is like that too.
You know who's worse than California as far as their roads? Oklahoma.
I've been to Oklahoma.
They are awful.
You know what's so funny? I have nothing.
Oklahoma's worse.
I met some amazing people in Oklahoma. Some like just salt of the earth. I have nothing but love for Oklahoma.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind people from Oklahoma. I just hate their roads. So I would cross stitch while Tom was driving, and I could cross stitch through every state in the country except Oklahoma. Like I knew when we hit the Oklahoma border because it would make me so car sick. And I wouldn't get car sick anywhere else because I'm sitting, shotgun, obviously. But I could not cross stitch in Oklahoma. I couldn't even look at my paper at all to look at my cross stitch. I couldn't look at my phone. I couldn't read anything. Just forget it. I couldn't do any of that in Oklahoma. Everywhere else was fine.
You know what, Rita? I ate cup of noodles for years and years, and now I don't eat any ramen whatsoever. I don't even like it. And my son is obsessed with it. I feel like every other state has better roads. This is so dry.
Yeah. I'll say I kind of actually like Wyoming roads. I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Compared to on the 10 freeway, when you enter Blythe, coming on the California side, heading towards Arizona, the roads are gray on the California side, and they have blacktop in Arizona at least. But Kilroy is right. I think no matter what state you live in, you think that your state is neglecting the road. Maybe it's just an infrastructure problem all around.
Well, I have not been on as many dirt roads before as I have been since I moved here. And the dirt roads here are actually maintained. It's like insane. It's absolutely crazy. I love it.
We have I don't know if they're dirt roads. They're like the old Route 66. It's completely beaten down, but you can still go on it. It's just like there's a sign that says go on your, we are not legally responsible if you get stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an off-roader's dream.
It's weird seeing concrete highways in California. We're so used to asphalt roads in Florida. Yeah. We have concrete everything here.
Yeah, North Carolina has a lot of concrete roads too.
I think that's the difference between California and Arizona as well. Has anyone seen the 3D printed home?
I've Googled them and watched the YouTube videos, and I'm really ready to buy if I had the money. Mm-hmm. Some of them are really, really cool. Some of them are too tiny, but
I still want to move out to the flatlands and get 6 Lowe's houses and just put them in a big circle.
Please.
I want to do that so bad.
Do retreats.
I keep on watching videos.
We're going to be full of stuff.
There's some guy, I don't know where he was, but they showed the process of from when he bought it all the way to where he turned it into a sewing house. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. But I would need one would be the singer house. The other one would be the brother house.
Yes.
Then we'd have everything else.
Machines.
I own a lot of sewing machines.
Every time I see those things on Facebook that which would you choose, and it's all these different escape places that you could move to, or choose $1 million or something. I always choose the one that I think would fit the most sewing space in.
I think 3D homes are not a good use of the machinery. Robotic made walls would be made faster. Interesting. They paved Interstate 80 with concrete here in PA. They thought it'd last forever, but the weather proved them right. Concrete erodes big time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It gets less abuse here because it doesn't rain. It's just people driving on it at all times.
So they do a process here that I've never seen before. It's called chip seal. So they like scrape the road, the top layer of the asphalt, and then put a new layer on top of that. And it's a pain in the rear when they're doing it, but once it's done, it costs a lot less apparently to do that than to redo the whole road. I've never seen that before.
This is so sad. 2 people I know in Cali fires have lost their collection. It's so
Not
sad.
cool.
And you know what's funny? Like, it's not okay when anyone loses their home. I've heard a lot of people equivocating and saying like, "Oh, these people have money and blah blah blah." It doesn't matter. They lost everything.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter how much money they do or don't have. They lost everything, and they are now homeless. You know, they are now officially homeless because they lost everything. It's so sad. There was this one guy who was crying on TV, and I was like, I can't watch this. I can't take this. Because you can just see the despair and the hopelessness. And he's talking and he's like crying and talking. And I was like, this is the worst ever. Francis stepped in to stand up for Greenland. That's awesome. Gilroy expansion and concrete slabs. And yeah, absolutely. That's actually something we do here. You can see 3D printing on YouTube. It is concrete and they are using. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
They use the chip seal here in Arizona all over the place, especially for driveways and start. Yep.
I've never seen it before. Like never. So Alabama does not do that.
They started doing it here in my area too. It does suck while they're doing it, but I love the end product. When they're done, the road is so damn smooth.
I mean, the weather is like the weather will destroy the roads. So it's a quicker repair. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, Terry. I lost everything. I never recovered, so I know how they feel. My heart hurts for them. Absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy times right now. Crazy times. It is concrete, but hollow and filtered with stuff. Just weird, if you ask me. I'm like 50-50 with a lot of new age stuff. I watch a lot of construction fails. It's just something that pops up in my algorithm. So like I still think the Western world way of building things is the best. Where you start from like concrete and rebar and then you build up from there, you know. But I'm biased because I did that for a living, and that's one of the reasons I have all the sewing machines in this room is because I know how to drive a tractor and I know how to mix concrete, so I'm biased. And I've built structures that have withstood earthquakes. There's something on a freeway that I drive by. I built a retaining wall when I was a teenager, and that wall is still there.
Oh, wow.
Every time I drive by on the freeway, I'm like, yup. My wall is still there.
Does your son know which road that is? Does your son know which wall that is?
Oh, I pointed out to him every time. I'm sure he points it out to people. Hey, this is my dad's wall.
Yeah, we're having dad's wall again.
Oh. He's probably like, let's take a different route. I don't want to see dad's wall today.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the freeway, and it's in this really weird, precarious area where there's always traffic. So, like, anyone who knows me, they're like, yes, we know that's your wall. Like, yes, we've heard the story a good jillion times. That's what concrete used since the 50s works well as long as they do the engineering right. When you see your home with everything in it destroyed, it's very profound. It was the newest things that upset me when I lost them. It was the things that were handed down. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, all the memories.
Yeah.
My dream
home those are the ones you can't replace.
My dream home would have to be a little house on the prairie home, all made, old barn and timber. They filmed that like kind of on the outskirts of my town. So like when I think of Little House on the Prairie, I think of the set. Because it sat there forever, but they use it for other stuff. They still have some of the original homes, but they've rebuilt it completely.
Yeah. The Wilder family grew up 45 minutes away from where I lived when I was little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I could go see Almanzo's house.
Oh,
when I was little.
wow.
Yeah, fun fact.
She's a celebrity.
I can't remember the woman who played, I believe it was Laura Engel. I can't remember her name. But she was like the head.
Melissa.
Yes. She was like the head of SAG for the longest time. So it's just weird. I sometimes I would see these people and it's just weird. I treat people as people and other people are like, oh.
Yes.
Voided concrete is concrete with voids engineered into the pour, used to save concrete in weight. Melissa Gilbert, yes.
Yeah.
So like those cinder blocks with the hole in it. Is that voided concrete? Am I understanding that right? Like
in
those
a way,
concrete instead of cinder blocks?
Well, those are already made. They mold everything in place.
Yeah, like it, but if they were pouring it, would that make it voided concrete? Because I had never heard of it either.
That's a good question. Because those are just considered they're just considered cinder blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are. But
I remember in high school I got to see the home where President Lincoln lived. So amazing. I asked them if I could just move in. She does fabric now, I think. So does Marsha.
You know more than I do. Because I had no idea.
That's like the Reagan Library. I was shocked at the accuracy of the Oval Office. And then they're like, oh, this is all Reagan stuff from the Oval Office. I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
But when you walk in, there's like this, they have a literal Oval Office at the Ronald Reagan Museum. You can't walk around it, but you can like, there's like a hallway where you can like walk through it. Yeah, you can like look at it,
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the strangest thing because I felt like I was in the White House.
You basically were. You were in the transported White House.
Yeah, it was all his stuff. and they had the space shuttle and his plane there. And still to this day, I thought they were both bigger. The space shuttle did it just, and the funny thing is, as a kid, I've seen the shuttle nose to nose. It looks so humongous to me as a 7-8-year-old kid.
Yes.
As an adult, I walked down the hallway and I was like, why do I not remember it being not this big?
My parents took me to an airfield museum as a kid, and like the planes all seemed ginormous, and like as an adult they don't have the same ring.
The Reagan Museum's crazy. They have a piece of the Berlin Wall. As you walk in, there is a piece of the Berlin Wall. You can go picnic there. It's actually like a beautiful place. They have all the like it's a museum, so it takes you through. Because I was there, because I was alive during the era. There are certain things that I remember, like all the weird campaigns they had.
I did,
like Sane and Dare.
I remember Dare. Oh my gosh, I remember Dare.
I think I probably because I still have all my all the clothes that are left at my parents' house. I guarantee there's probably a Dare shirt in there.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I guarantee.
It's a black T-shirt too.
I was so sheltered that I honestly thought, oh well, there's never an opportunity I will ever come across drugs. Like I had no idea what the Dare program was, like why it was so big, because I never had an opportunity to come across them as a kid. I was very sheltered.
Good morning, Stool. Good morning. The Royal Oak is mine. It was shut down and said to be demolished. We saved something. You ungrateful islanders. We're gonna throw it. You know what I always laugh? Whoops, wrong button. There's a pub in Santa Monica, and I always laugh when people would come from around the world and they would be like, you can't smoke in here. And they'd be like, no, they're like, this is not a pub. I have seen people lose it because, it's different around the world. And in California, you haven't been able to smoke inside since the late 80s, 90s. Fun times.
So, question, William. Since I came on late and I missed the very start, were you supposed to be doing something tonight? Just asking.
Were
you supposed to be sewing?
I made patchwork pants and I successfully danced around, showed them off.
I missed it.
I have my.
You have to go back. Yes.
I found my apron. I have rediscovered this room because I'm on a no-buy. I live in a fabric store. I have rolls of fabric still. I unpacked my oopsies. I am preparing myself for amazing makes.
I missed the patchwork pants. Oh my gosh.
I'm more proud that of how much work I've got accomplished. I have folded everything.
Everything?
Everything every piece of fabric that I own, I have gone through.
Wow.
Even the chair. And I still have a ton of tweed. That reminds me of Tillamook, Oregon has the largest wooden plane hanger. It was where they had the air museum. My oldest daughter asked if that was where they get air. I told her, yes, you need a refill. Dare made it seem like I'd have 50 people trying to sell me drugs every day. I remember the cartoons as a kid. They did not back down.
Do you remember? I remember the egg.
Every time I cook eggs in the morning, I go, dare to get your kids off drugs, and I crack my egg.
This is your egg on drugs, or this is your brain on drugs.
Brain on drugs. Yes, this is
your egg on drugs. Yeah.
When I was a kid, there was a commercial, and they would have a bunch of kids. Like, when I grow up, I want to be this, and when I grow up, and then there would be some guy running, and a cop would catch him, and it would say, "No one ever says they want to be a junkie when they grow up."
Oh, I missed that commercial.
Different.
Yeah.
They would run that during cartoons.
I didn't watch enough cartoons.
Telling kids, don't be junkies, kids. Don't be.
I had no exposure to that commercial. I am jealous.
But you were sheltered.
Oh yeah.
I was very sheltered. So one of my core memories is Yahoo Messenger back in the day when you can do Yahoo chat rooms and all of that, like the early days of it. They came out with these meme things that you could use, little GIF type things, but they would say stuff. And there was one that was, "It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your brain is?" And then there was one that was like a flight attendant, and she said, "Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye," like 4 or 5 times. I don't remember exactly how many times, but I cannot hear the word "bye-bye" without thinking of that character. But I don't have these other good memories. You guys, it's not fair.
I watch a lot of things from that era. We spoke to each other differently. We treated each other differently, and we were much more direct.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what I was. Do you remember the show Empty Nest?
Yes.
The subject matter would not be allowed on television today.
No.
The things they say, the innuendos are just, I'm dying. They would not allow that to be on television today at all. Especially, it makes me laugh. And I remember watching it as a kid. I remember, "This is your brain on drugs." I remember that.
Yes.
That was like a core memory.
Mm-hmm.
Then they would have to revote a new Speaker of the House in replacement for that seat.
Okay.
Well, we've gone for 3 hours. I think we have successfully. I did some what is it? The rocket kicks.
Yes, you did. Yes.
With my pants.
Yeah.
I showed off my beautiful apron. I'm gonna start wearing that more.
You wore that black hat with the sparkle thing. Like, what do you name it? Like, what's the name of that hat?
I don't know. It scared everybody. Like it was like
I was just like, Tammy, you have to go back and watch because my face just went, what?
So that's like not fair. This is not fair. You guys were doing stuff without me. I'm so. I mean, I'm deprived as a child, and now you guys are depriving me.
I had no idea that my hat was going to cause that much controversy. It invoked emotion out of people.
Everything you do causes controversy, and that's why we love you.
Thank you, Holly. Yes. Yes, thank you for
glittering. Yeah, it does not seem that long, Rita. You're right.
I know.
It's all William's fault. He's getting tired. He's tired way too early.
You know, he's full of energy right now.
Oh, is that coffee?
Look at him.
Oh, I'm being kind. I'm just being kind. It's only 9 o'clock on the West Coast.
It's only
there are people right now getting ready to go out. I'm not one of them.
Just because it's midnight for Jess, you know. Yes, see, Rita?
Oh, that's right. The hat causing controversy.
It's not fair. I miss out on all the good stuff.
Well, you know, Saturday he goes on the same time, same channel.
Well, you can start sending me the link, William. You can start sending me the link.
I will. I will
not mind.
Yeah. And you know, Ollie, I'm not flying past that, but the eagle scares people, or they'll call me a furry or something. I bought a giant head in a bin for $20 at Walmart. There's no political statement behind it. I just like my giant eagle head. I had a whole character that I was going to do, and then people were like, you have a furry head?
Nobody warned me about that part. Okay.
Those fat loss meds are so expensive. Especially like something like Ozempic and stuff. People have taken over. Oh my God, the hockey mask. That scares people too. Y'all watch scary movies. That's why.
Yeah. I'm glad you warned us before you put that. I was like, what? What?
When I think of the hockey mask, it literally reminds me of 1970s hockey.
Oh no, it reminds me of horror movies.
We made a patchwork hat to go with your. We make a patchwork hat. I'm on it. I have so much material.
Girl, it's on the list. It's on the list. I got you. Sewing with Jason. Yes.
Oh.
And that just clicked. It took a second, but it clicked.
All right. Well, we have been going for 3 hours. Seriously, hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. To everybody who has just joined the House of Sewing, I absolutely thank you. Welcome. I will be back at it on Monday. I would like to thank Tammy. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, you are always welcome here in the House of Sewing. Twin, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
I will be back at it on Monday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate everybody. I will have a short out to you soon as I find my tie-dye shirt.
Yes.
I had a great time. Great time this evening. I will be back at it on Monday. Thank you everybody for joining this evening. I'll be back at it on Monday. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Terry. Thank you so much, Rita, Katie, Alibaba, Kilroy, anyone who's still here. I will see everybody on Monday. You guys are absolutely amazing. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.